Oh, it's hilarious, don't worry about that. What stays in the corner and flies all around the world? A stamp.
Oh.
That's a good reaction, actually. The reason I tell you my amazing joke is that we have got the metal stamping back by popular demand this morning. I'm such a pro these days. Did you like that? And that is why we are joined by the expert, Debbie Kershaw.
Good morning.
Are you excited?
I am. These stamps are absolutely gorgeous ones as well.
And we're going to set you a little bit of a challenge to create some metal stamp jewellery by 11 AM.
Okay.
That's your live challenge. Oh, you're going to do the challenge live at 11 AM.
No pressure then.
No pressure. I see now. Now I understand why you kept saying a live challenge. I was thinking, they're always live. We're on telly. Right, so the challenge is going to happen live. Not behind the scenes like it normally does. We're going behind the casting couch to find out exactly what goes on when a designer does a live challenge. There you go. You like that? It's a new and improved segment to the show. That's what happens when you bring the big dog on in the morning show. First thing I need to do is reference the fact that we have Kerry on cameras. Just because she asked me not to. I'm being mischievous this morning, but the reason is that I'm just so excited about all the amazing products that we're going to launch. It's not just the metal stamping. Check out this Matrix collection. Probably the most comprehensive collection of findings we have ever brought you. Well, particularly detailed findings here. You've got your stars. Oh, there is some made-up jewellery. It seems to have disappeared. But don't worry, they're such a pro. Look at Cassandra. She's on it, thank you. Check these out. Incredible ways to integrate these beautiful findings into your designs. To be honest, the findings have so much detail about them, you don't even need gemstones. Have a look. You've got your carved, detailed beads in your gunmetal there. You've also got those in, well, rose gold, yellow gold and silver, and you've got loads of them. Can I get this out? Let's have a look at everything you get. Oh, look at all of these findings. I always think it's good when you get these little storage boxes. We've come a long way from, you know, just the little organza bags of findings, haven't we? Look at these. One of, as I say, the most comprehensive findings kits I've ever seen. That is coming up later in the show. That is a really exciting item. I know people are going to want to add that to their order. Now, even though, can't get it back in the box, don't worry about that. We'll get there. But even though that findings kit makes it possible to create jewellery without even using gemstones, we are still the Genuine Gemstone Company, and we have sourced for you this morning a very exclusive strand, one of the big four, 30 carats of gorgeous red ruby. Look at the colour tones here. This is coming up in about an hour's time, 10 AM. We're going to launch this very exclusive strand of ruby. I have to tell you, I've got less than 50 of these in stock. We're at Mother Nature's mercy when it comes to the big four. And actually, not just Mother Nature, but actually, if you consider how competitive the market is to get hold of genuine rubies, very difficult. But without further ado, it's time for us to kick off with the early bird this morning, also known as Doris. Is that right? Right, there you go. Well, if that's what Vicky calls it, Ryan, then I better get it right or I'll be getting in trouble off Miss Carr, won't I? 70 carats of January's birthstone, beautiful garnet. So if you can't quite stretch to adding ruby to your order, garnet might be the perfect substitute, particularly as it is this month's birthstone. I always think that it's easier to sell jewellery to somebody if they have a personal connection with the gemstones. Most of the work's done then, they already have an association with it. And even if people aren't interested in gemology or even jewellery, they're still probably aware of their birthstone. It's one of those things people tell you, isn't it? So there may be an opportunity to add a few sales to your craft fair experience if you are stocked up on your birthstone jewellery. Now this month the birthstone is garnet, and look at this. This is one of the finest examples we have here at Jewellery Maker. These are faceted drops. They are graduated in size, so they range from 5x3 to 9x5. And we are going to give you a very exclusive early bird price. I have to tell you, I'm kind of excited today. You're going to have to contain my excitement, ladies. Right, okay, so do you know what? This feels very Miss It, Miss Out show-esque. Kicking off with a price reduction. You're just trying to climatise me, aren't you, to the morning show? I have, in true Ed style, I've pulled the tassel off the end of this strand of garnet. Do you know what though? I always see these being used by the designers within the pieces of jewellery, so these are actually pretty useful. We know as jewellery makers that you don't let anything go to waste. Now, the current price on our website for 70 carats of garnet, absolutely exquisite example. You've got those pomegranate tones, that red wine colour coming through. Should be $9.95. That is not going to be your early bird price this morning. And don't forget, this is only going to be available until 9 AM tomorrow morning. So take example. Really? $5.95? There you go then. No excuse for you not to get involved this morning, because we've given you, well, even more than the equivalent of your P&P back in your pocket there. With this, our first sale of the day, we've already given you a £4 reduction. And there are so many of you joining us on the phone lines. Congratulations to Jeanette, Lynn, Wendy, Ursula, Nicholas, Rosalind, Christine, Susan, Catherine, Barbara, Carl, Bryony, Diane. Wow, it is busy this morning. People are multi-buying this. You know what that means? They already have craft fairs lined up for this month. I'm thinking Tracy in Herefordshire, Carol in Northumberland. She's got a couple of craft fairs coming up at the end of the month. She wants to get her birthstone jewellery stocked up into her collection. This is gorgeous, isn't it? I think when we think of garnet, we do traditionally think of this colour tone, don't we? Because actually we've managed to source some very rare varieties of garnet on the channel. I think last night we were selling some mandarin garnet. That's very, very rare. I think the price point's a little bit more considered on the more rarer varieties of garnet. So you can be paying sort of $29.95, $39.95. Right now, you can add garnet to your collection for $5.95. And the quality hasn't gone down. It's just that it's a little bit easier to source this particular variety. But you can tell the quality of the gemstones from the standard of the faceting. Look at how uniform that checkerboard faceting is on each and every droplet. That is a ridiculous price point, and people are still flying in on the phone lines. Lots of multi-buyers now. Anonymous buyers in the West Midlands getting 2s and 3s there. You know what that is? That's people. They're in the room and they've sneaked into the kitchen and somebody's saying, you're not buying anything else off Jewellery Maker, are you, dear? No, not at the moment, just making a piece of toast. Anonymous. Anonymous on screen. I know what's going on. FIRU08. Gorgeous garnet available right now for $5.95 now. If you want to get involved with the show, it's not our show, it's your show. And if you do want to get involved, Feel free to interact with us. You can text into the show live on 60777. Make sure you start your text with the phrase JM Studio, otherwise we'll lose your text into the ethos. We don't know where it goes. We've already had a text in regarding our early bird. Who's it from? Let's have a look. What's going on here? Haven't got all day graphics. Okay, so somebody's actually asking your advice already, Debbie.
Oh, me?
That's what you're here for,
right.
I'm afraid.
Bring it on.
You know, stop being so lazy and help us out for a minute, will you?
Sorry.
I'm only joking. Right, so somebody's saying how would they use the garnet to create an earring design?
Yep.
Oh, they want you to actually make, so I was going to say, because, so shall I just pass them over to Debbie? Oh, but I like them. Okay, we'll have a look at the earrings then. Here you are, Debbie. I'm stepping out of shop and get in trouble.
You want me to make earrings, yes?
They want you to make some earrings.
Okay.
I'm keeping the tassel, at least. I've got nothing. Oh, so it was Denise in Nottingham. So thank you for getting involved this early on a Sunday morning. We're only 10 minutes into the show. We've already got people interacting. I'm excited. I'm on air for 8 hours today, so you know, I need the audience to help me keep my energy levels high. And we're going straight in with a very feminine bundle here. Now, those of you who watch me regularly on the Miss It Miss Out show will know that I'm a bit girly when it comes to my gemstones. My favourite gemstone is kunzite.
Oh, I love kunzite.
Yeah, that's the reaction that you get from the ladies when you talk about kunzite. That's why I love it. Such a feminine gemstone. And do you know what? I always think that rose quartz is the perfect substitute. Just like I was saying, the garnet would be a perfect substitute for ruby. Rose quartz, the perfect substitute for kunzite. Now, to be honest, it's pretty gorgeous in its own right, but I'm just thinking of, you know, those high-end, certain gemstones are less accessible than others, aren't they? They're more difficult to get hold of, certainly in a different price bracket as well. But here we're going to give you a clearance price on a 3-strand pack of beautiful rose quartz. Now this, as I say, is pretty gorgeous in its own right, and it's known as the gemstone of true love. There you go. I'll buy you some rose quartz, Debbie.
Thank you. I'll
The
hold
code,
you to that.
really? Already. She's a difficult lady to keep happy. She's high maintenance. That's what I'm learning this morning about Kershaw. Do you know why I'm so excited? Because I did the metal stamping launch with Debbie last time.
Yeah, you did.
And it went crazy on the phone lines. And so that's the kind of thing I get excited about on a Sunday morning. Lots of people phoning into Jewellery Maker. FNGC90 is the code you need if you want to add your rose quartz bundle to your order, and if you've already got an order up and running thanks to that incredible price on the garnet, then you've already paid your P&P for today. 1 P&P per day on Jewellery Maker of just £2.95. Here you've got 150 carats of rose quartz corner drilled squares, 150 carats of your rose quartz cubes, and those are 6mm in dimensions, and you've even got your 8mm rounds, giving you 170 carats, so over 450 carats of gemstones here. 3 different shapes and sizes of the same gemstone, so that easily work together, or if you, like I, love to see those feminine tones within your jewellery, maybe you just want all 3 strands for your stash. We are going to give you a clearance price this morning, and here it comes for a 3-strand pack of rose quartz under £10, £9.95. The equivalent of £3.32 a strand. Well, actually a little bit less. We'll round it up. £3.32 a strand on genuine gemstones, the gemstone of true love. These beautiful feminine pastel shades. A very apt name, actually, Producer Dion. I'm impressed. You want to see some of the bundle names my producer gives me? They're ridiculous. No, I'm joking. Fortunately, he's travelling here, so he can't hear me. Yes, but a very appropriate name, Candy Floss, because you have got those pastel shades of pink coming through from these gemstones. And do you know what's really interesting about this, actually? The cubes. I'm doing a lot of research into sort of fashion jewellery at the moment, and you're getting a lot of these really dynamic, sharp angles in your pieces in different designers' collections. So you've got that dynamism, those sharp angles. The cubes are going to feed perfectly into those on-trend designs. And actually the diamonds as well fit the bill for those, actually. Had a very exciting week on the Designer Inspiration Show as well, featuring that micro macrame. The rounds would be perfect in those designs. Congratulations to everybody getting involved on the phone lines. Well done to Gloria, Pat, Catherine, Jackie, Rosalind. Now you were in for the Garnet, so you're making use of that 1p&p per day. Well done to you. We've got multi-buyers getting involved. Jackie in Essex, well done. You've added 2 of these to your collection. Not surprised. Absolutely incredible deal at just £9.95. Brand new customers coming in this morning. Do you know what that is? People getting involved over the Christmas period. Good catch, Cassandra. She just knocked a big tub off the shelf and she caught it just before it hit the floor. There would have been a big clatter on the floor there. I can see you. FNGC90 Candy Floss, 3 strands of rose quartz for less than £10. Absolutely incredible deal. If you want to add that to your order, just dial the free phone number, or of course you can shop at JewelleryMaker.com, probably the most efficient way to buy from us here at Jewellery Maker. And while you're on there, once you're logged in, you can even write a little message that will pop up on my producer's screen. Don't be abusive to her. It's Sunday morning. FNGC90, your candy floss available right now for £9.95. We're not messing around this morning. We can get through as many items as possible. We're going to find something for everyone. That's what we want to do. We want to be your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. And we're going to offer you an essential item right now. Ooh, I like the sound of this. Essential findings, but very high-end look here. Your gold-plated sterling silver. So 2 different findings packs here. Wow, there's a lot going on in this, isn't there? Where's the tweezers gone? Oh, here they are. Do we have a picture that has everything on it? Because it'll make it much quicker. Everybody knows how rubbish I am with a pair of tweezers. There you go. So you've got 10 head pins. Actually, right, I'm going to take you through one pack, then I'm going to take you through the other. Now normally these are £14.95 each, so normally we're looking at around about the £30 price point for these 2 kits. So in one kit you've got 10 gold-plated sterling silver head pins, 10 eye pins, 10 crimp beads, 2 pairs of shepherd hooks, 3 jump rings. And then in the second kit, oh, you've also got a lobster claw clasp and a toggle clasp in that, as well as a length of chain. In the other, you have got 10 head pins, 10 eye pins, 2 pairs of shepherd hooks, 3 lobster claw clasps with jump rings, crimp beads and jump rings in that kit as well. So a huge collection of gold-plated sterling silver, and actually it's quite interesting because, you know, the prices of your precious metals really do dictate the world's financial markets. So I don't know how long we're going to be able to give you these kind of prices on precious metals. So this is your opportunity to stock up on these high-end findings. Everything you could possibly need here to create beautiful sets of jewellery. And, you know, this is more of a wholesale offer, isn't it? Because you're getting 2 packs. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to buy 1 pack, get 1 for £5. They're usually £14.95 each. This morning we've got it under £20 for you, £19.95. The code is LJGC97. Now, I recently experienced the frustration of completing a jewellery design and not having the clasp to complete it with. We were talking about this last time you were on air, and then it happened to me.
Yeah.
I'm a very talented chainmail artiste these days, Debbie.
Are you?
That's right.
That takes a lot of patience.
That's right. I've found the trick is to open all of your jump rings before you start.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can be there for some time.
Oh, good
Do you
for
know what? I gave my the first bracelet I made to my grandmother for Christmas, and she was over the moon. So there you go. So I've experienced that frustration, so I know how important it is to stock up on your essential findings, particularly things like head pins, eye pins, your lobster claw clasps, your bolt ring clasps, shepherd hooks as well. If you do intend to sell your jewellery, shepherd hooks makes it so easy to create a wearable and sellable piece of jewellery. Debbie's actually creating a gorgeous pair of garnet earrings for us as we speak. Who was it that requested that again, sorry? Denise from Nottingham, that was it. Sorry, I'm rubbish with names. LJGC97, people literally flying in on the phone lines to take advantage of this, what is essentially a clearance deal on precious metals. Somebody's already getting involved. Hi Ed, what's that bundle on your right? What is it, what is it, what is it? Okay, well, I'm looking to my right and I'm checking out what bundle you're... Do you think, could it be this Matrix collection that you're referring to? What's the name there? My eyes aren't working. Oh, T. So it looks like the on it. I was thinking, it can't be your name. You can't be the, unless it's like the Hulk or somebody. But it's not, it's T. Do you know what? I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go for an eye test. I'm getting old. This is coming up later in the show. This is your very comprehensive findings kit, known as the Matrix collection. So an absolute plethora of detailed findings there. And the other thing that's right next to me is the metal stamping equipment. So these are coming up at 11 AM this morning. This is backed by popular demand actually. Ooh, those are heavy, I know what you're thinking. Oh, the P&P is going to be expensive on those. 1 P&P per day here at Jewellery Maker, no matter what you order, no matter how many items you order. And right now, you can order the Going for Gold Findings Bundle. 2 findings packs, buy one, get one for £5. And that's gold-plated sterling silver. So that's high-end on top of high-end. In total, you've got 84 pieces of gold-plated sterling silver. And people are literally flying in on the phone lines to add that to their order. Now, I am going to actually just give you a quick heads up, because later in the show we have got 2 brand new strands of pearls coming up. Not together, we're going to sell these separately. So these are coming up later in the show. Don't forget, in around about half an hour's time, we're going to launch very, very exclusive strand of ruby, one of the big 4. And these are literally cherry red. Or actually, do you know what? They're ruby red. Let's call a spade here. One of the big 4, but I have to tell you, very, very limited in availability. And given that we sold about 200 strands of garnet in about 10 seconds right at the start of the show, I think there could be a few disappointed faces around this morning. Sorry, got everything I can, I've got it in the show. We've got some other new strands to launch later in the show, but we're going to continue with the deals. And right now, we're going on to these beautiful charms. Oh, Ryan, you just said, give us more deals. Okay, I'm not going to mess around with Ryan this morning. He means business. Check this out. Gorgeous charms here. Beautiful green onyx. It's almost an emerald green, isn't it? Again, if you can't quite get these, you know, the big 4 into your collection, perfect substitutes, because they're genuine gemstones. They're known on the high street, aren't they? Onyx. But usually in the black variety, we have got the black onyx in this collection as well. But right now, very interesting. The alternative is your green onyx. Beautiful charm. Here you've got a faceted drop, which is 11 by 7 mil in size, giving you 3 carats. That's all on 1 gemstone, so that's a hefty carat weight. And then you've got your sterling silver as well. Sterling silver lobster claw clasp. You can see. That's going to give you a really professional finish to any design. Do you know what? if you want to push the boat out, you can actually add that to the end of an extended chain. That's a lovely way to finish your designs, your necklaces and your bracelets. Or of course, if you are creating a gorgeous charm bracelet, they're very on trend right now. That is not all you get. You've got your green onyx. You've also got your black onyx. 4 carats of black onyx. As I say, this is a really hot gemstone right now. It's being used by all of the high street jewellers as well as some of the biggest design houses in the world. In fact, do you know what? Funny that we're selling these as charms, because if you go into that charm shop, you know, the one on the high street, they're always using black onyx in their charms. Very heavily used on the high street. So that's your black onyx, 3 carats of black onyx. That is 10 by 7. Yeah? And then, beautiful black spinel. Often confused for black diamonds in the jewellery industry because of that rich luster you get from the gemstone. And here, once again, faceted droplet here, your black spinel. You've got 4 carats, 11 by 7 mil, all finished in 95 sterling silver, all 3. So usually, say that again, sorry. Usually, if you were to buy these 3 charms separately, you'd be looking at paying close to £16, £15.85 to be precise. But this morning we're going to give you a clearance price. We are going under £10. The code is HWGC72 and it's available right now for £9.95. As I say, that's all finished in 925 sterling silver, lobster claw clasp, so very secure fastening. And you can see here exactly what you're going to get. They're going to look gorgeous on any charm bracelet you create. My apologies. Look at that. I like the green in the centre of those 2 jet black gemstones actually. It brings out the vibrancy of that emerald green onyx. HWGC72. This is simply charming. I am such a card. HWGC72, your charming bundle. 3 for under £10 would usually cost you £15.85. This morning you can add it to your order for under £10, just £9.95. Oh, I'm excited by that news. We are going to leave that one with you. We are going to move on. If you are on the phone line, don't panic. It's a free phone number and of course you will be answered in the order in which you dial in. We are so busy this morning. It's Sunday morning, everybody's waiting. Do you know what? Quick sip of my coffee, because I know what's going to happen. I don't think Disney are going to be too bothered, but I get in trouble. Do you know what? This mug was actually given to me when I was a sales manager on the channel by the project manager, Hannah Osborne, who is actually next door this morning. She's back, ladies and gentlemen. There we are, give us a wave. That is our Sunday experience, ladies, being headed up by Hannah this morning. She's not as naughty as Linda and Sheila. So things are going to be contained in there, or is she? Oh, she's giggling away there. She's probably going to be just as mischievous, I reckon. There are our Sunday experience ladies. They've joined us to get involved with the show this morning. So we're going to see some of their designs later in the show. But right now, we're going to launch a brand new strand of pearls. Has to be one of our fastest selling gemstones here at Jewellery Maker. Now, we recently did an awards ceremony for the end of the year. And I actually thought to myself that pearls might be in the running to take the title as favourite gemstone, just because whenever I have them on air, they sell out in seconds. I think maybe with something like pearls, they don't maybe have the razzmatazz of the Labradorites of this world, but do you know what? They're classic, aren't they? Everybody needs pearls in their collection, and whenever you're working with pearls, you haven't got to do much work. You know they go with everything. You know that it doesn't matter how old your customer is, whether 8 or 88, they can wear pearls. Basically, they just go under the radar, don't they? Everybody knows you need pearls in your collection. Right now, we've got these beautiful silver cultured pearls. Oh, they've been classified as grey cultured pearls, but they do have a real silver sheen to them. The code is EBPO28. These are 6 to 7 mil in size. Do you know what? These are almost round. Now, pearls are prized for their roundness. And if you were looking at genuine, perfect rounds, you'd be looking at paying a hefty sum. You can pay up to 3 figures for perfect round pearls. That's not the price we're going to charge you this morning. They are going to be under £10. If you want to get involved, you can start dialing right now. As soon as you see the code on screen, you can get involved. My advice, put yourself at the front of the queue. Start dialing right now. It's a free phone number. And of course, you can always put the phone down if you're not happy with the price, but I very much doubt anybody's going to be putting the phone down. In fact, I've got people multi-buying before we've even got the price on screen. And those are phone buyers as well. So they literally have no idea of the price. They're still dialing up because they know they're going to want them. So congratulations to Julie, Abigail, Michelle, all multi-buying before we've even brought the price on screen. That is the way to do it. Gorgeous silver pearls, perfect for so many different designs. Do you know what? If you've got bridal boutiques coming through, these would look incredible. Lots of people going for this kind of different colour schemes for their bridal wear now. Purples and silvers as we go into springtime. So this could be a perfect addition to your jewellery making collection. I am going to call them silver pearls. I'm always renaming things, by the way. You'll get to know that this morning. Silver pearls available right now. They're 6 to 7 mil, so quite dainty. So perfect actually for a little bridesmaid's bracelet. And you haven't got to do a lot of work then, because it could literally be a stretchy bracelet if you didn't want to use a silver clasp, although pearls of this quality. What are you thinking, Debs?
I'm thinking that quite often people struggle to buy bridesmaids presents. Because sometimes there's 4 or more bridesmaids. So as you said, because of the age, it wouldn't matter if you've got somebody in their 20s, 30s, 40s and little ones.
Yeah.
You could make the bracelets as the bride's presents, so bridesmaid's presents. So I
Do you
know
know
people
what?
who've done that.
It's funny you should say that. There's actually somebody that watches the show who owns a bridal shop.
Well, right.
And they also make jewellery. And they buy pearls like wholesale from us.
Yes.
And they actually create bracelets. And when you buy the dresses from her, she gives all of the bridesmaids a pearl necklace as a present.
Oh, that's lovely.
Do you know, that's the kind of thing that the word of mouth spreads then, doesn't it? Like, oh, you've got to go to my lady.
Yeah.
She gives you free pearls. That's the kind of thing. I'll tell you what, anything you can get for free when you're planning a wedding, very important. The code is EBPO28. And here comes your price this morning. A launch price of $6.95 for genuine cultured pearls. What more can I say? Congratulations to Kathy, Muriel. You've been multi-buying. Geraldine, you're multi-buying. Julie, you're multi-buying. Michelle, you're multi-buying. Well done to Linda, Cheryl, Denise. Lots of Denises up there. One from Nottingham, one from Essex, one from Birmingham. Wow. Everybody's flying in on the phone lines to get genuine silver pearls, 6 to 7 mil. Quite a versatile size really, because they're not going to be overpowering in your design, but they're still large enough to make a statement. EBPO28, gorgeous silver pearls available for $6.95 this morning. People are literally flying in on the phone lines, taking advantage of 1 P&P with us here at Jewellery Maker. 1 P&P per day of just $2.95. It's the only way to shop. I used to think that, you know, maybe the home shopping experience was a little bit removed from, you know, what people are used to. But after going down the high street on Boxing Day, I've decided I'm never going shopping again. I'm only buying online. Go to jewellerymaker.com for all your jewellery making needs. EBPO28, $2.95 is very reasonable for P&P. But even more reasonable when you consider that just to park your car costs like £5 these days. I'm not going to get into it again. I'm still bitter about my Boxing Day experience. I didn't get anything. And it was like being in a war zone. Oh. EBPO28, gorgeous silver culture pearls available right now while stocks last for $6.95. Well over half the stock's been allocated on these now, so if you want to add them to your order, my advice is to act now. Don't forget a 30-day money-back guarantee here at Jewellery Maker. So there's absolutely no risk involved. 1 P&P per day and a 30-day money-back guarantee. But you're not going to be disappointed when you get these. They're virtually round, to be honest with you. Slight irregularities, only going to add to your designs, only going to prove to your customers that you've sourced the real deal. I'm going to leave that one with you. We're going to move on. And I believe, oh yes, This is my favourite finding right now. Oh, really? Limited availability, I'm afraid. You get 10 of these huge ribbons. They're so, I told you I was rubbish with tweezers. Here we go. They're pretty large. Do you know what? I don't even need tweezers, they're massive. Just hold them. These are your antique silver brass mesh ribbons. These are gorgeous, they're perfect. Again, do you know what? If you're making a piece of jewellery for a bridesmaid, these would look amazing. On a hair slider or a hairband. Really sort of vintage look, but still very on trend. You get 10 in total, they're 20 by 30 mil in size. If you've missed out on these previously, this is going to be your opportunity to add them to your order. Low stock availability right now. The code is CBPO17, and here comes your price this morning. Another add it to your order price. Now don't forget, if you already intend to get involved with the metal stamping, as I say, you're only going to pay 1 P&P, so you might as well get it up and running with an incredible, I would describe these as an essential finding deal at £6.95. This is the kind of thing that's sort of going to dictate a design. As soon as you look at it, the creative juices are going to start flowing and you're going to have something in mind. Would you agree, Debbie?
I mean, you look at those and you think you could do hair grips or hair things for little girls.
Yep.
But also these bows are really back in, you know, in fashion. So people have been having them in their hair. You could make a really nice brooch with one of those, couldn't you? With some dangles coming down. Yes. Earrings, depends on your taste. If you're quite bold, you could have 2 on your earrings or whatever. So yeah, but you can do loads with those.
These are very versatile finding and absolutely incredible. Look, perfect for they fit into sort of that steampunk vibe as well, because they've got that vintage feel, but they've got a sort of component feel to them as well. And could
you get wire through that little mesh?
Oh, I mean, there's a huge gap here.
Yeah, you could.
So you could wire wrap them onto anything.
You could wire some gemstones actually onto the bows themselves.
Yes.
And that would, you know, if you wanted to make them quite blingy, you could do that.
That's a good idea. These are literally flying out the door. Once again, people multi-buying. Over half the stock's gone now. We only have 20 available left in stock now. The code is CBPO17. So if you do want to get involved, start dialing now. Wow, loads of people multi-buying. John, you're multi-buying. Elizabeth, you've got 2 of these. Wilma, you've got 2 of these. CBPO17 people still coming through on the panels. You know what? Lots of new buyers getting involved for these. Very astute purchase if you've just started jewellery making, because as I say, a lot of the work's done. You haven't got to be super clever like our experts to make an incredible piece of jewellery, because these are really going to become the feature, the focal point of your jewellery design, aren't they? And you haven't had to go on a workshop to get these, although you probably could create these. If I've seen Gemma Crow do some pretty impressive things with this wire mesh, but the work's done for you here, isn't it? CBPO17695 now only have single figures of availability left on this particular product, so if you want to add it to your order, my advice is dial right now. You still have your 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk involved. You can get them home and then your decision-making process begins. You don't have to make your final decision today. 1 P&P per day of £2.95, and to be honest, I know how popular those metal stamps are going to be. Actually, these are the kind of findings that would fit into a metal stamp piece of jewellery, don't you think? Yeah. It's the same similar vibe going on with these kind of items. The metal stamping equipment is coming up at 11 AM, so if you do want to get involved with that, stay tuned. Don't forget, in 20 minutes time now, the brand new launch of one of the big 4. Gorgeous ruby, and the quality is exquisite. Now this has been sourced by our buying office in India. Premier location for gemstone trading right now, and they have managed to source ruby. Only in limited numbers, however. In fact, I'm going to tell you, I've been saying under 50 all morning. I'm going to tell you I've got exactly 36 strands of ruby. So they're gonna be a sellout. I know how popular it is whenever we launch one of the big 4. We recently had a little shipment of diamonds, and I think on Christmas morning we launched a strand of diamonds that had 12 in stock. I didn't even get a chance to bring the price on screen. It sold out like that. I think we did a strand of black diamonds where we had slightly more, I think we had around 25. Didn't even get the price on screen. The rubies are going to follow suit, so if you want to get involved with those, you're going to have to be quick to react at 10 AM. But it's time we launched our first kit of the morning. So get those graphics off screen. Don't want anything in the way of this bad boy. They're all taking the mickey out of me. I said that in jest the other night, but all the directors were watching the show. So they all came through to take the mickey out of me in a week. Always good. Okay, we're going to launch our first kit of the morning. Now this is the perfect way to get started with your jewellery making hobby. These jewellery kits are specially designed to contain everything you need to create beautiful sets of jewellery and be low cost. So literally ticking every box. This, I'm looking down at the colour tones and I'm liking what I see, especially when I read the name. This is your LBD jewellery kit, your little black dress. Only findings you could include in a kit like this is sterling silver. I'm going to show you the gemstones first because I know lots of people like to make their decision based on the gemstones. Let's have a look here what you're going to get. I love this. I always think that pink looks beautiful in your monochrome designs. It adds a little bit of drama to what is a very traditional look, because that black and white two-tone look is classic, isn't it? But when you include a little bit of pink in there, it just brings a little bit of drama, a little bit of vibrance to it, especially when you're talking about hot pink chalcedony. These are your graduated plain squares. They range in size from 3x1 to 6x3. Then you've got your clear quartz. Really interesting cut here. You've got twisted step cut facets. Can we have a look at these a bit more closely actually? Because look at these. These are going to add real sparkle and glamour to your designs. This is the kind of gemstone where a lapidarist gets a little bit more confident. Quartz is a little bit more readily available than other gemstones. And you can just imagine lapidarist's eyes lighting up when he sees a gemstone like this. Able to be a bit more experimental and create something really special. Check out these step cut facets which actually twist up the surface of the gemstone. So you're going to get real sparkle from those. They're going to add glamour to your designs, especially when you combine them not only with the hot pink chalcedony, but also gorgeous black onyx. Now these are pear-shaped drops as well, so they're going to add a lot of character and texture to your designs. We're looking here at 85 carats of black onyx, and the pairs themselves graduate in size from 8x5 to 11x8. So that's a beautiful combination of gemstones there. We also have everything else you need to create a set of jewellery, because we also give you your essential threading materials. Looking here at 50 metres of beading thread. It's in that traditional silver tone. You've also got your 6 metres of elastic and 80 metres of monofilament. So those are your essential threading materials. We also have your findings pack. These are 925 sterling silver. You've got a length of heart-shaped chain. You've got your head pins, your eye pins, your shepherd hooks, your toggle clasp, your lobster claw clasp, your crimp beads and your jump rings, all in one easy to use kit. And we're going to give you a really exciting price this morning for your little black dress jewellery kit. Let's have a look at our launch price. The code is OPGC10. $24.95 is all you're going to pay this morning. In fact, it's not what you're going to pay this morning. Producer Dion says, oh, I'm not happy with this. I'm going to take it even lower. She's a maverick. She's going lower. OPGC10. I like it. We're going to give you the equivalent of your postage and packaging back in your pocket. Down to $21.95. Literally risk-free. We're trying to take all of the risk out of your shopping experience here at Jewellery Maker. Once you've paid your P&P, it's up and running. You can add as many items to that order as you want to. whether it be the ruby coming up in around about 15 minutes time, whether it be the metal stamping coming up at 11 AM, or that matrix collection. But right now you can add the little black dress jewellery kit to your order for $21.95. Got those 925 sterling silver findings, your threading materials, as well as your gorgeous gemstones. We're going to go over now and have a look at what Debbie created using this beautiful kit. The code you need is OPGC10. Taking my coffee with me, so.
You're bringing your coffee?
Yeah. I'm never going to get in trouble. I'll hide it. So what do you think when you get hold of this kit then, Deb?
Luxury. It's very luxurious, this kit. Very classic, very kind of breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yes.
So I didn't want to go over the top with the design because I thought it was very elegant.
I think the pink, as I said, brings a little contemporary edge to it.
It brings a little edge to it, the pink.
Yeah.
So I did designs without the pink and with the pink. And I thought that was opal when I saw it because it's really good. It kind of, when you're working with it,
it's got a translucency to it.
Lots of colours going through there. So it's really beautiful, that pink strand. And it does add, if you want to add a bit of colour but you're not someone who wants to wear a whole necklace full of bright pink, then you can just add your accents.
Yes.
And of course it's sterling silver, so you've got that luxury to start off with. And with the chain on the necklace, because it's so beautiful, little tiny hearts.
Yes.
So I wanted to use that at the front.
Sometimes it's nice to make a feature of what could be seen as a component part, isn't it?
Well, you might think, oh, well, I'll make a bracelet. It's very beautiful as a bracelet. I've used that, that particular one as a bracelet before. But I just thought that the drops, they just lent themselves to just hanging around the neckline. That
this,
so
when you said breakfast at Tiffany's, this particular necklace really showcases that idea.
But not too over the top. I think that's something that you could kind of take out time and time again. Quite a classic design, and I just put a little flower on there. Yeah, just to kind of add a little something.
A little bit of detail.
Yeah, a little bit of detail, but again, I just think this kit can design itself. You can hang a couple of gemstones from a head pin, and you've got these lovely little ball pins with a little bit of sterling silver at the bottom. So you can make earrings, you can make anything you want, and you've got that sterling silver to accent it.
Actually, I was talking to Debbie Bolford recently, and she was saying it's quite difficult to source head pins with the little ball on the end. Not everywhere else they're flat.
Well, I can make them, being working with silver, but the amount of time and effort you go to by the time you get everything out to actually make them, to be able to get them in a kit, it's quite special, really.
Everything's done for you. In fact, if you are to purchase this kit, it's the equivalent of buying your findings pack and getting everything else for £9. So your onyx, your pink chalcedony, your clear quartz, and actually, did you find that the clear quartz, the cut on that, adds to the glamour, doesn't it? Really
beautiful, really catches the light, and again, quite occasion. So if you are doing your wedding pieces or your mother of the bride pieces or your tiaras, this can cross over into that as well because it really catches the lights because of the facets.
Yes.
So it gives that kind of classy, elegant feel to whatever you make with it, I think.
They look like little drops of dew or something like that,
lovely.
Wouldn't they? Working.
Really beautiful.
Did you see that bouquet that was designed? They'd be perfect in those, wouldn't they?
Yes, anything sort of wedding-y or occasion, and if you're making for somebody that you don't really know their colour scheme, I think black and white, you can't
go wrong, can you?
It's a classic combination
that's
going to come out time and time again. And then, you've got the option of adding your pink, or obviously if you don't want to add your pink to this particular kit, use it elsewhere on its own.
Well, you've used it here to great effect. You've stepped away from the monochrome designs. And these are a bit more contemporary, aren't they? Because they've got that little bit of andulation,
and I think
a little
as
bit of movement.
well, if you've got dark hair and you're wearing your earrings, you want to have a colour to show. Because if you wear earrings that are just black or dark colours, they don't show on your hair. So I thought, add some pink there.
Draw attention to your beautiful face. That's what it is. Frame your face. Look good, feel good. That's what it's all about.
Well, yeah.
So which of your gorgeous designs are we going to demo this morning?
Well, I thought I'd show you how to make the little stretchy ring. Because I'm one who's a bit terrible for using the stretchy cord in the kit. It's kind of the last thing I use.
Right.
So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to challenge myself to use it in a different way this time. And I think if you are a beginner, using your stretch cord is fantastic because it's, you're not going to get scared by it because it's super easy and all you need to do is knot it. So I thought I'd show you how to make a little ring.
Now, I have to say, you guys always make it sound easier than it is because I have had the horrible feeling of making a stretchy bracelet and then going ping and beads going everywhere.
Well, I would say that you've got to make sure your knot's tight, and then I would always stick on a little bit of glue to that knot.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to use a crimp, so it's a slightly different way of doing it this time, which really holds
it.
So I'll show you.
I haven't actually seen that, so that'd be interesting.
So what you do need is to make sure that whatever finger you're going to need your ring for, or if you're making it for someone else, use your ring mandrel.
Oh yeah.
And make sure that when your beads sit together on the finger, that they sit side by side, so you don't get any sort of gap in between, and then you'll have an indication of how many beads to put on there. Okay. So I've got 6 and I used 8. So let me pop my glasses on and see what I'm doing. So I'm going to pop 8 of these gorgeous faceted beads, and I think as well, as you move your hand, these really catch the light. Yeah,
it's all because of that cut.
It's because of the facets, isn't it?
Yeah, amazing.
So are these all done by hand?
Yeah, really
I
experienced lapidarists. I mean,
so clever.
In the factory where it's done, it's sort of like, you know, it's just like common practice there. It's one of those, it's like a normal trade in those regions where they're done. But actually, you know, here it's a skilled trade. So, you know, it's just one of those things. I think it gets passed down. I think, you know, if your dad's a lapidary, you learn quite young how to cut gemstones.
Because you can't underestimate how it's the facets that make those.
Can you imagine how delicate, you know, gemstones are, and if they've got slight inclusions, and you you can crack the gemstone.
I wouldn't know where to start.
Oh, it's really difficult. I've spoke to lots of lapidarists, and they're just like you designers. They make everything look easy, and you think if I actually had a go at that, I would just destroy a gorgeous gemstone. Yeah.
And to think that they're all done by hand, and you get to work with it, and you can afford it.
That's why you'd attempt it with something like quartz, because it's, you know, well, it's actually sort of the benchmark for the most scale.
Right.
So the density of gemstones, everything comes down to quartz. So it's either denser than quartz or less dense than quartz. So quartz is like the benchmark for hardness in gemstone. So
I think, you know, as you wore that on your finger and it caught the light, you know, you get that because when you're wearing your diamonds or your whatever. So I've actually put 8 on there because that's the size that I'm wanting, and I'm just going to bring it round. Now this is the knot that I do. Now I've called it a surgeon's knot when I was doing an article on knots in a magazine once. But then when I researched it, it depends who you are as to what you call a surgeon went, that's not right. So this is my version of a surgeon's knot. There are different versions of it, but I tend to find that this one stays. So you just do a single overhand knot to start with, as you would tie your shoelaces, nice and tightly, and then do another one, but instead of stopping at taking it over once, take it through twice or 3 times.
Okay, you make it really secure.
And then pull it tight. Really tight. Hold on. Got caught up there. There we are. And the secret is to pull it really, really, really tight, because if you don't, it's just going to pop open again.
Yeah. Definitely have to take that.
So if you find that it pops open again, I think I've got one caught in there.
You've got a gemstone caught around it.
I've got a gemstone caught around it. Yeah. But you know what I mean. If you get, you find that opens up, stick a bit of clear nail varnish remover or a bit of glue on that nail. Okay. Another way to do it, which is what I'm going to do, is put a crimp through. Let's find some cutters. So actually take your crimp, and the good thing about the JM crimps are they're nice and big and sturdy, so you'll be able to get 2 parts of your monofilament through.
It gives you quite a high-end finish to what, you know, is essentially a stretchy ring, but then you've got that little dot of sterling silver just to give you a high-end
your dot of sterling silver there, but you can put your crimp cover on there so it looks like a bead.
You've got a feature,
Well, that's sterling silver. You could call that a sterling silver ring.
Yeah.
So I put one on, and then I took one part of my elastic and put it through again to another one. And I'm going to make a little loop so that I actually have something to hang things off of. So pull it through. Obviously I've got that bead caught, but yours will be a proper circle. That's what you get for trying to hurry up on live television. There we are. And then just squeeze it through so that you've actually got a loop. And if I just grab this one here, you can see that I've actually put the crimp cover on there, and it's left me with a loop. Can you see that?
Yes.
It's quite hard to see. So then all you need to do, move that to the side, is choose your gemstones that you want to add on for your little dangles, because as you move your hand it's going to dangle. Pop them onto one of these gorgeous ball pins and either loop or wrap loop it on. Now if you're a beginner you'll know how to do a loop. A wrap loop is just a little bit more secure, so if you're wearing something on your finger you're not going to want it to come off when you move your hand. So if you just pull your pin round, and these are really lovely and soft so they're very easy to work with, so that you get a loop, and before you finish your loop you pop it on to your ring so that you've secured it onto your ring. And I always hold my loop in my pliers if it's a bit fiddly to hold in your hands, and then just take that remaining pin and push it round. So you're using all sterling silver with this, so you're making it, you know, you can call it a sterling silver ring if you're selling or giving it as a present, and then snip off. So you actually end up with a little ring with as many dangles on as you want. You might just want one dangle that will fit any finger.
You know, these are really on trend, aren't they? They sell them in like the high street fashion stores and everything, you know, the rings with the... It's almost like a charm ring or
They're kind of like bling rings. You can do them with your findings, you know, you can add on, make a loop and add on lots and lots. But these are quite good because if you are selling and you're not sure on people's sizes, or you haven't invested in your ring manual yet and you haven't got into that whole sizing of rings thing, if you find that a little bit daunting, then make it with your elastic.
It's going to stretch anyway.
Yeah, and if you make it with a sort of a few less and a few more beads, then it's going to stretch and fit most people's fingers.
So if you just put like one extra bead in.
Yeah, one extra. I mean, I've got 8 on there, and I've got quite diddy fingers, and that fits on my ring finger. So you could do some with 8, some with 10, some with 6. Children would probably like to wear these.
Yes.
And then if you want to be a bit more understated, just put one pin on and have one dangle.
Do you know what? These would be really easy to actually create with children as well, wouldn't they? Because they're only stretchies. And
kids love it. And you've also got, you know, the luxury of your sterling silver on there, and then this lovely sort of bits of head pins that move around as you move, because I quite like doing
a little bit of movement. It attracts attention to the design, doesn't it?
So that's quite an easy way of using your monofilament without actually just making stretchy bracelets all the time.
Yes, true. And that's it's an elegant but contemporary look.
Yeah, a little bit more trendy.
I like it. I like it. Well, I should tell you that well over half the stock has now been allocated on the little black dress jewellery kit. The code is OPGC10. We already took the equivalent of your P&P off the original price. Producer Day trying to make jewellery making as accessible as possible this morning. But right now we're going to go and have a look at what you've been creating on the Wall of Fame. Welcome back to Jewellery Maker. It's time for the Wall of Fame, and Debbie's going to kick us off.
Oh, I've got 301 here, and this is beautiful. We were talking about chainmail earlier.
Love it.
That's really got lovely designs here.
Much better than I could do.
Hi to all at JM. Please find attached my first attempt at chainmail. I made 2 bracelets using the Byzantine weave and added some abalone and green amethyst. Debbie Balford's DVD is so easy to follow, and I'm looking forward to getting edition 2. All materials are from JM, and all the best for 2014. And that's from Nicola from Cumbria. Nicola, they are just beautiful.
So impressive.
How professional are they for first attempt?
That is one of the good things about disciplines like macrame, chainmail. You always get what is essentially a professional finish.
It's amazing.
Your piece, but that is...
They are beautiful.
Well, as I say, it's a lot better than I could do. I'm very jealous.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Like that. I've got 304 here. This has been sent in by Sharon. It says, this is my entry for the Wall of Fame. Hi, JM. It is made with peridot, autumn jasper and unikite leaves. I made it last year, but I've never worn it, as I still don't know if I like it. Well, I like it.
Oh, I like it.
So I thought I would send it in to see what you think of it. I would love to see it on the wall, so fingers crossed. Happy New Year and loads of love to all presenters, guest designers and all the crew from Sharon in Cardiff. Well, Sharon, I don't think you need to be in any doubt about whether you like that or not. It's absolutely gorgeous. Inspired by nature, I like the feature of the leaf here.
And the colours together are lovely. Really.
Gorgeous,
It's the sort of thing I would
Should have
wear.
worn it actually over the Christmas period, Sharon, because it's quite festive, isn't it, with the reds and greens?
Yeah.
So you
gorgeous.
are number 304. Well done, Sharon. We love it, even if you're not sure.
We do. And I've got 302 here. And this is from Tracy McTiernan. Hi all at JM. Please see attached a necklace and earrings set made with jasper, clear quartz and coral. All from JM as usual. Happy New Year to you all. And that's from Tracy McTiernan. They're lovely. I love jasper. Really beautiful.
It's beautiful because you get so many different colour tones running through jasper, don't you? All those earthy colours as well.
And lovely to have a matching set of a necklace and earrings. That's the beauty of making your own jewellery, isn't it?
Good way to make a sale as well.
Yeah, definitely.
If you can get people in, draw them in with the earrings, and then say, would you like the matching necklace, or vice versa?
Yeah.
The earrings is a little upsell.
That's really beautiful. So that's 302.
Okay, I have 305.
Ooh.
Very feminine.
I love
These are
those.
gorgeous. And a bit of gizmo work here as well.
They're lovely.
This has been sent in by Jill. It is number 305. It says, hi all at JM. Here is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame, made with silver wire and gems, all from JM. It's a present for my sister at her request after she had seen a ring I made from watching Rachel Norris. I hope you like. Fingers crossed I'm lucky this week. So that's from Jill in Bedford. Well, it's a good job it's requested, otherwise we'd have ruined the surprise.
I'd wear those.
Gorgeous
They're
design.
gorgeous. Really gorgeous.
Really beautiful. So feminine. You can see the way the silver works with the gemstone colours there as well. Adds to the elegance. And again, the timeless inclusion of pearls there as well. So well done, Jill. You are 305. Good luck.
I've got 303. Oh, I like that.
Oh, just talking about macrame
We
as well.
were. Hi JM, my latest make, a micro macrame bracelet made using waxed polyester cord and faceted mookaite beads. This is my own design and I have a tutorial for anyone who's interested over on my blog. Can I say the blog?
Yes.
It's trulydjewellery.wordpress.com if anyone would like to see how to make that lovely bracelet. I have resolved not to buy any more jewellery supplies in January, that I say that.
I'm sure that'll happen. We've got Ruby in a second.
Spent a bit too much with JM in December, yes, but the sale was too tempting. Oops, so much for my New Year's resolution. And that's from Gail in Preston in Lancashire. That's really beautiful, Gail. I don't think I've seen anything like it. That's really lovely.
Actually, 2 days ago on the Designer Inspiration Show, Mark was demoing this exact technique, this micro macrame. So it's very fitting that it's turned up over the weekend.
So that's 303. Good luck
it looks like mookaite.
It's mookaite. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, gorgeous colour tones. Okay, you can still add the little black dress jewellery kit to your order. The code is OPGC10, just $21.95. But we are getting into limited stock availability now. We are, however, going to be launching a brand new strand of ruby. Are we going to a quick break or are we going straight back? We're going straight over. I'm going to love you and leave you, Debbie. I'm going to grab my coffee on the way. I'm going to need it. I'm going to need the caffeine kick because we're about to launch one of the big four. A brand new strand of gorgeous ruby. Now, the opportunities to add ruby of this quality are a bit few and far between, not just from us here at Jewellery Maker. I don't know many people that are going to be able to source this gemstone for you. The code you need is straight on screen. It is KPYY77. 30 carats of gorgeous ruby here. Now, these are your top drill drops, and we're going to have a look in a second at a pair of earrings that Debbie has created using the garnet that we launched as our early bird. These are very similar size and shape. They range from 4x3 to 6x3. But I have to warn you, they're going to be a sellout. I've got just 36 strands available. Oh, I stand corrected. I've got just 21 strands available. They're already being allocated to baskets. People are flying in for this. This is your opportunity to add one of the big four to your order. And actually, we have seen a little bit of emerald throughout 2013. We have seen, I brought 2 or 3 strands of sapphire to you last night. Diamonds, we just had a bit of a flurry of diamonds over the Christmas period. Very rarely do we get the opportunity to bring you ruby. Let's get the price straight on screen so that everybody has an equal opportunity to get involved. Wow, $39.95. I'm going to be honest, I was actually expecting to see $49.95, and I would have considered that to be the best possible value on the market. But right now, we're bringing it to you for $39.95. That is a launch price this morning, but it's going to be a sellout. Congratulations to Mary, Jeanette, Beryl, Sheila. Again, those mischievous anonymous buyers are getting involved. Well done. I think this is going to be a sellout. Congratulations to everybody who actually adds ruby to their collection this morning. Shall we take this off screen? Because I think there's enough people there to close the sales there. I don't want to disappoint anybody. There's more callers than strands there, so we better leave it at that. $39.95. The code is KPYY77. As I say, congratulations to everybody who added that to their order. Commiserations to anybody who is disappointed and misses out. We're always on the lookout for the most prestigious gemstones. That's what we do here at the Genuine Gemstone Company. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, even more launches, including metal stamping, coming up at 11 AM, so do not go away.
Join silver clay expert Natalia Coleman and take your jewellery making to the next level with this exciting workshop. Natalia will guide you through the various steps of gemstone setting in silver clay and how you can create some beautiful pieces with the addition of some of your favourite gemstones. The full course includes 30 grams of silver art clay, 20 centimetres of fine silver bezel wire, a selection of gemstones, use of all the relevant tools, buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios, a chance to meet the presenters and a visit to our studio store. All of this for £119.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
When placing your order by phone or on our website, why not add a small donation to a charitable cause? Collectively, the Genuine Gemstone Company are cycling 24 hours a day for 31 days, equalling the distance from our studios in Redditch, England to Arusha in Tanzania, all on an exercise bike situated in our Gemstone Museum. For every £20,000 we raise, the Colourful Life Foundation will be able to build a school in the Arusha district. So this is your chance to give back to a community that provides us with so many beautiful gemstones and hopefully help us break a Guinness World Record in the process. 100% of every donation goes to the cause, so call us or visit our website to add a donation to your order today.
Congratulations to everyone who just added gorgeous ruby to their gemstone collection. Very, very exclusive launch, and we're not stopping there. I've got another one for you. This, once again, oh, all right, no trouble. That's me Boulder Opal coming up later. This is going to be yet another sellout. I think we're going to have a few more disappointed faces, I'm afraid. Of course, we're going to have an equal number of happy faces. All of the work has been done for you here. Now, I recently brought to you a designer inspiration show, and I think we brought you the amethyst variety of this particular item. In fact, sales manager Scott, you should know. You were producing me, weren't you? Yes. It was amethyst. It sold out in seconds, didn't it? This is your 925 sterling silver framed gemstones. So once again, all the work's been done for you. Gorgeous chocolate brown tones here from your smoky quartz. Checkerboard faceting on the surface of the gemstone. So you can see, again, the quality that you're getting from our gemstones here at Jewellery Maker because of the standard of the faceting. Genuine sparkle, almost a luster from your smoky quartz because the colour is so gorgeous. Such depth of colour there. But We have then framed the gemstones using 925 sterling silver. So a really high-end feel to these. Don't forget, as soon as the code hits the screen, you can start dialing that free phone number to add these to your order. Now these are actually bezel set gemstones, so they've all been calibrated in order to frame them with this sterling silver. These would make amazing charms. Pretty high-end charms, I have to say. The carat weight's ridiculous, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gemstones here. And you're getting 65 carats, so we're looking at well over 6 carats per gemstone. DIDL90 is the code. People already on the phone lines. To be honest, this is the kind of item that's going to elevate your jewellery designs to that next level and give you a really professional finish. People flying in on the phone lines to add to their P&P. I can see some familiar names up there. How many of these do we have in stock? How many? Oh, very, very limited availability, I'm afraid. Again, less than 50. It looks like these are going to follow suit with the ruby. The code is DIDL90, 24.95. And as I say, these are checkerboard faceted, beautiful smoky quartz, the national gemstone of Scotland. I've got to say that. People would be disappointed if I didn't. The code is DIDL90, 925 sterling silver to frame each and every one of these gemstones. Huge carat weight, 65 carats in total. And here come the masses. People are flying in on the phone lines. Congratulations to Pat, Doris, Shireen. So we recently launched the amethyst version of this, and it sold out in about 60 seconds. Now is your opportunity to get hold of your smoky quartz variety of this particular strand. Very, very popular out there. What does this say to you, Debbie?
Drop necklace.
Oh.
Bring it round and just use the whole strand and just have them dropping down.
Showcase piece.
You can't have that on when I'm not at home to buy it.
It is pretty gorgeous.
That's really
As I say, when you're framing the gemstones with sterling silver, you're bringing, you know, you're elevating the gemstones even to another level, aren't you? Real high-end feel to this particular strand. DIDL90 is the code. People are flying in on the phone lines. We are down now to single figures of availability. If you want to add this to your order, the time to add is right now. Don't forget, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you want to make this yours, we are now approaching very limited availability. Well done to everybody who's already on the phone lines. Very exclusive offer there for you at just $24.95. We're going to move on. And where are we moving on to? Another trade show style offer here on, well, we sometimes describe these as storage boxes, but I think they're more presentation boxes, aren't they? They've got your glass front. You can see the glass front. I'm aiming for the reflection there so you can see that they've got the glass front. And then they've got velvet effect finish inside. Do you know what? They're perfect for transporting your jewellery to craft fairs, aren't they? The code is LKGC31, and this is going to be, as I say, a trade show style offer, because you don't just get one, you get 3 as part of this offer. And actually, you know what, if you're getting personal commissions through, where maybe you're sitting down with your client and they're involved in the design process, lovely way to actually present your piece, that's the one. You know, the one I love to see in this box. I've brought this offer to you before. Cassandra, she's on it this morning. It looks incredible against the black velvet, that's why. Here we go. Oh yes, Cassandra's been on the charity bite this morning. You can see here how it actually sort of lifts the design to another level. It almost makes it look a little bit more special when it's presented against this black velvet finish. The code, if you want to add 3 of our storage boxes to your order, is LKGC31. Start dialing right now to make this yours, because the price is ridiculous. and it's about to hit your screens. $12.95. That's all you're going to pay for 3 of your large display boxes. The code is LKGC31, a trade show style offer. You can add these to your order right now for just $12.95. People are literally flying in on the phone lines. I did say that I thought a lot of people would be maybe developing their hobby into a small business in 2014. This is the way to present your jewellery. And also, not just that, but I see a lot of people when I do go to a craft fair, sometimes I turn up just to check out what's going on there. So beware. No, I'm joking, but when you get there, you know, you always see people just doing like minor repairs on their jewellery because they've brought it all in like a suitcase or something, and it's all clattered together in the bag, and you've got little tiny minor breaks and stuff. This is the way to transport your items to your craft fairs, and as I say, the perfect way to present your showcase pieces, your gem heavy pieces as well. What are you thinking, Debbie?
Yeah, they're classy, aren't they?
Yes.
So if you've got those on your jewellery stall, it looks like you've made something that's worth selling. I would go straight to the stall that looked the most professional, rather than sort of chucked on the table or whatever. And I was just thinking, these are just over £4 each. If you went out and bought a box to present a commission in, you'd done a commission, you'd pay that for paper, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
I see what you mean, like a cardboard box.
Yeah, you know, like sometimes if I'm making a special commission and I don't have the boxes in for the size of the piece, I might go out onto the high street and think, oh, I've got to give this to the person. And these are just, can you imagine getting it, opening it, going, here you are, here's your commission.
Ridiculous.
They'd think the box was 20 quid, wouldn't they?
No, you're quite right. That's exactly where I had it in my mind, where somebody's actually commissioned a certain piece, a bespoke piece of jewellery. This is how they want it to arrive to them. And again, that's the kind of thing where you're running a small business, word of mouth is so important. Just like we were saying with the bridal shop giving away pearl bracelets. When you turn up at your client's house with a presentation box like this and that gorgeous piece of jewellery, they're going to be like, you've got to speak to my jewellery maker. Unbelievable. LKGC31, once again, the best possible value on the market for items that you'd probably be hard pushed to find elsewhere. As I say, the code is LKGC31. We've gone international. I'm excited. Very regular buyer from us here on the Miss It Miss Out show, Pat in Menorca. Just goes to prove it's cheaper to buy from us here at Jewellery Maker than it is to source it in your own country. So if you want to get involved, do not hesitate. Free phone number, or of course you can buy at JewelleryMaker.com. Oh yeah. Linda from North Carolina got involved with the show last night as well. We've gone global, baby. We've come a long way in just 3 short years. So many of you taking advantage of this triple threat offer. Your storage boxes available right now for $12.95. Well done to Hazel, Mary, Sarah. Lots of people multi-buying these. Helen, you've got 6 boxes coming to you. Pernima, you've got 6 boxes coming to you. Christine, 2 Christines, one in Cheshire, one in Nottinghamshire. Wow, Sarah in Tipperary, I'm starting to think you have a pretty successful jewellery making business. You've ordered 5 of these, that means she's got 15 boxes heading her way. The code is LKGC31. Do you know what's so exciting about that? Lots of people who are jewellery making started the hobby when they found our channel. And if you think now, they've probably, you know, somebody like Sarah, she's got 15 different personal commissions coming through. Unbelievable. In fact, yesterday I was contacted by a 13-year-old girl who started jewellery making when she was 10. Her nan came across the channel, introduced her to the hobby. Now she sells her jewellery. Absolutely no excuse for people out there who are making jewellery and not selling it now. LKGC31, your triple threat display boxes. The perfect way to present any design and available right now for $12.95. If you want to get involved, the code is LKGC31. I have to warn you, very, very limited in availability now, especially when people are multi-buying this left, right and centre. Say, Sarah's got 5 of these. Angelita's got 2. Sue's got 2. Christine's got 2. Lots of Christines multi-buying this. One in Nottingham, one in Cheshire. Oh, do you know what? Christine in Cheshire's bought 2 and then dialed back up and bought another 2. I think that's what's happened here. LKGC 31. Amazing deal. Display boxes for $12.95. We're going to leave that on there. Don't worry, you can still come through for it. Always speak to a member of the help team to find out whether or not you have been successful. Okay, let's have a look at this matrix box. When is this coming up? Ooh, so we're going to do the metal stamping at 11. Let me show you everything you can get as part of your metal stamping collection. What's that, Sales Manager Scott? What's that? Oh, he's getting excited. He says, even though we've sourced a healthy amount of these, he still doesn't think there's enough to go around. Really, seriously popular way of creating personalised jewellery. So you've got your uppercase stamps, your lowercase stamps, and your number stamps coming up at 11 AM. And following on from that, well, backed by popular demand relaunch, we also have probably the most comprehensive collection of detailed findings I've ever seen here at Jewellery Maker. Your Matrix collection. It's got all your essential findings and then all of your extras as well. Look at these findings. You've got the detailed, sandblasted, carved beads here in your yellow gold, rose gold, gunmetal and silver. You've got this huge deluxe gem selection tube of findings, which are all star shapes and cubes. Oh no, they're not cubes, they're just the other side of the stars. Gold stars, silver stars, and sort of hematite, peacock colours of stars. And then you've got all your sterling silver findings as well, including a length of chain, shepherd hooks, lobster claw clasps, jump rings. Such an array of findings here. Coming up for you at 11:30, so just an hour to wait before we launch this incredible findings kit. You can see when you're working with findings that have this much detail to them, they're going to add to your designs, and actually they can become the feature rather than the gemstones in your jewellery. Congratulations to everybody on the phone lines. Don't worry if you've entered a short queue for those display boxes. We are working our way through your calls and you'll be answered in the order in which you dialed in. But where are we moving on to? Sorry, I can't hear you very well. I can hear you now. Hear you now. I can. So that's better. Right, what we're looking at here is another sellout item. Every single time I bring an example of this Druzzy to you, it sells out live on the show. Do you know what's so impressive about Druzzy? Not just that gorgeous natural sparkle that you get, but actually they're a bit of a feat of Mother Nature, really, these examples of Druzzy, because these tiny little crystal formations have not only had to sort of survive the forming process, because obviously they're sort of attached to the agate and they're trying to form, and if they make it through that process, they also have to make it through the mining process, because a lot of the time we're mining for the agate itself and we can lose the Druzzy crystal formations as part of the mining process. So these have come through quite a lot in order to actually be with us. And then look at these examples. Beautiful blue coated agate, but as a result you get these purple and gold sparkles coming from the Druzzy. The code is AHGP83. Don't forget, as soon as the code hits the screen, you can start adding these to your order. I know how popular these Druzzy agates are. They're basically crying out to be used as pendants, aren't they? Feature pendants. When people have an interest in gemstone jewellery, they love to get hold of these kind of organic feeling gemstones, particularly if they add this much sparkle to your design. The code is AHGP83. Let's get our launch price straight on screen, $12.95. The reason I say that is that I could already see hundreds of you piling in on the phone lines to make this yours. 270 carats of your blue coated agate with your clear quartz there. As I say, these are faceted nuggets, so you get these huge definitive facets on the outer extremity of the gemstone, which again is going to add a certain dynamic to your design. And then you've got those little crystal formations that are giving you all the sparkle you need. You've got 5 in total on this strand, so it's like having 5 Druzzy pendants, isn't it? They're going to add so much to your design. I love the peacock colour tones you've got here. Already over half the stock has been allocated on this particular item. The code is AHGP83. Do you love these, Debbie?
I love Druzzy.
Why?
I love the look of it, and I love how it's natural and organic feel. I'd make that into a ring straight away.
Oh, wire work ring.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be gorgeous
really
on the finger, and as
piece,
you
isn't it?
move, yeah. I love Druzzy.
You love Druzzy?
I just love it.
AHGP83, available right now at $12.95, but only while stocks last. I'm going to leave that one with you. We are going to move on. It's time to launch the second kit of the morning. Don't forget, we've got that live challenge demonstration coming up on your metal stamping in just half an hour's time. So we're going to crack on, but this is a pretty exciting kit. Love these colour tones. What's it called? Mystique. Oh, I think we've had that name a few times. So this is your Mystique jewellery kit. You can see exactly where the name comes from because you've got these dark, moody purple and black tones here. We're looking here at a very exclusive collection of gemstones. You've got 65 carats of your black onyx in your plain rounds, 4 to 6 mil. You've got your purple Kershaw pearls there, really organic shapes. Again, you can prove to your customers that you have sourced genuine cultured pearls because of those slight irregularities. They're also going to add texture to your designs. So if anything, those irregularities are actually going to add to your jewellery. On top of that, we also have your black and purple crackled agate puffy coins. These are 35mm in size. Check out the banding on the surface of these gemstones. Again, going to add so much character to your designs, and they, to me, are going to make perfect pendants or the feature in an asymmetrical necklace, something like that. And as if that wasn't enough, we also have your purple banded agate rounds. These are 8mm in size, faceted to perfection. Once again, it's all about the banding here. It gives you a real variation of colour tones there. You've got your regal purples, your lilac tones, your violets. Absolutely beautiful. So all of these gemstones really work together because you've got those deep, dark, passionate tones. The code is SBGC90. If you want to get involved, start dialing right now. Ooh. Now, I am going to take you through everything else you get because you've got not just your essential threading materials, your beading thread, your elastic and your monofilament. We've also added a couple of extras in here. 0.8mm gauge, 10 meters of your silver coloured wire and 0.4mm. So you use your 0.8 for your structural work and your 0.4 for your detailing. So those are your threading materials in this particular kit. As I say, usually we're trying to give you everything you need to create a beautiful set of jewellery. Here we have gone above and beyond the call of duty because we are literally giving you everything you need. Here we've also got the silver plated copper finding, so you're actually getting 98 pieces in total, including a metre length of chain, your cord ends, your ring, your jump rings, your crimp beads, your shepherd hooks, your eye pins, your head pins, and your feature senorita clasp or Henrietta clasp. I can't remember which one was the wrong one and which one was the right one now. And your toggle clasp as well. 98 pieces all in all. So this is a very versatile jewellery kit it's going to go a long way. You don't have to use all of this stuff together. In fact, even if you do, you're probably going to have some findings left over, some wire left over, maybe even some gemstones left over, because you've got 4 strands as part of your Mystique jewellery kit. There you have them. The banded purple agate, those huge black and purple crackled agate puffy coins. Those are 35mm in size. You've also got your black onyx strands and your purple Kershaw pearls, as well as 2 reels of wire. Everything you could possibly need to get started with your jewellery making hobby. The code is SBGC90, and I should tell you, if you were to buy all of these items separately on our website, it would cost you close to £50. Bearing in mind we offer you the best value on the market, that is an incredible price as it is. But that is not the price for your Mystique jewellery kit this morning. The code is SBGC90. Let's have a look at our kit price. Whoa, $24.95. And once again, the producer says, and I'm going to give him their P&P back. She's taking it down even lower. SBGC90, your Mystique jewellery kit featuring 4 strands of gemstones. Oh, down to $20.95. The graphics had a little accident. They had a little senior moment. And now we've had to chip an extra £1 off in order to get it on screen. $20.95 for 4 strands of gemstones, silver-plated copper findings pack, and 2 reels of wire on top of your usual essential threading materials for $20.95. Totally ridiculous. Let me assure you, we are not trying to devalue gemstones or silver-plated copper in any way. We're just trying to give you the best possible value on the market, and I think we've done that here. SBGC90, a huge carat weight of gemstones, beautiful silver wire, and your silver-plated copper findings, all for $20.95. Over half the stock already been allocated on this kit. Congratulations to Mary, Justine, Alison, Patricia, Kathleen. I'm going to go over and have a look exactly what Debbie created when you got hold of this kit. Were you excited, Deb?
This is right up my alley. Not only is it purple, but with the different sizes of gemstones that you get in there, you can do so much.
So if you've got a variation of gemstone size, it gives you more design scope.
Especially when you're limited to the kit.
Of course, this is sort of like a brief for you.
Yeah, so this is like a brief for us. I mean, obviously, if you're doing it at home, you can add whatever you want from your stash. But, oh, and these great big... Oh,
I love these.
And each one is different.
Yes.
And some of them have got Druzzy in them. Look.
Ooh.
There's one there. And they've just got... Oh, they're all completely different. And this one's got Druzzy.
So you've actually got some Druzzy agate. I was just saying, you know...
Can you see that?
How it's sort of, they're a feat of nature, really, getting these crystal formations.
And they've all got different bandings so that you can choose when you get your... You can choose your feature one. If you're going to use just one, like to wire wrap or whatever, you can choose whichever one you want. So that's brilliant, because you get all, in a way, it feels like a different gemstones within the strand, because they're all completely natural.
Each one's bespoke.
Yeah.
So where did you start with the kit? Which of these designs did you start with?
I started with the ring.
This one here?
Because again, it was a big feature gemstone.
Basically, you fell in love with these huge agates, didn't you?
And I thought, you know what, I would wear one of those on my finger. And these big statement rings are really on trend as well this season. So, and you know, you've got everything you need. You don't have to use any of your findings. You just use your thicker gauge wire, one gemstone, and you've got a ring. Is
that what you're going to show us how to make?
No.
Oh, I was getting carried away then. I was thinking, I'd quite like to learn how to make those. Okay. So then, but it's the feature of a lot of your pieces here because they're so huge.
Because they're huge, and also the contrast of the silver wire, it lends itself to doing some wire work so that you see the contrast of the silver. You can add your silver findings in there as well to make a contrast. I actually made this. I didn't get the findings in my kit. So I made this without using all my findings. So you will have all the findings in there as well to use.
So you created 5 pieces of jewellery without any findings?
And I had some findings from other kits that I put in, but I didn't have like all the little balls that you usually get, so you can add those in.
So that's essentially £4.20 per piece of jewellery. None of these are going to sell for £4.20. They're all statement pieces. Which of these are we going to be demonstrating?
I'm going to show you how to make the bangle.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah. So that's probably a piece where you don't actually require any findings until obviously the fastening.
You just
of the
need the
clasp.
clasp, and you don't even need a jump ring to fasten the clasp because you make a loop.
Amazing.
It's wire.
Let's have a look then.
Okay.
Oh wow, we've got less than 20 of the kit available now. It is a pretty incredible price for what you get. The code is SBGC90. It looks like it's going to be a sellout. Let's do our demo then.
Okay.
Exciting.
Well, I picked out a gemstone that I really, really liked because that's going to be your focus for this
Love
design.
the banding on this gemstone.
And then I cut 2 pieces of the thicker wire. I believe it's 0.8, yes. Now you want your wire to be long enough to go round your wrist and then some, so that you've got enough to finish off with. So once you've threaded your gemstone on, thread it to the middle and just move your wires apart so that you've got room to work. So starting on one side, I'm just going to put on 2 gemstones, one on each wire tail. And I want them to sit next to each other. So I can just have a little play with those until they sit. It's almost like the goddess style that you do with the jump rings. It's a very similar sort of look. So 2 gemstones on each, and then I'm just going to twist a couple of turns to hold that in place. And then I'm going to continue. So putting 1 on each stem, starting on the lower one, another one on the higher one, and I want them to sit next to each other. So squeezing them together where you want, how you want them to sit, and just twisting. So bearing in mind how long you want it to be, I think I used 8 on each side for mine. And you can keep measuring it on your wrist, or you can keep measuring it with your ruler if you want to be very precise about your measurement. And also with these agates, they're all different, so you can choose a lighter and a darker one as you go along to complement the piece of jewellery. So I just continued on both sides like that. So I'll show you one that I've got going.
Oh, you see,
So
a
you
Blue
don't-
Peter moment. One you made earlier.
So you don't have to watch me do that forever. So I've actually gone up one side and then I've gone up the other side. Now I finished off with a little spiral. Now I ordered one of these from you guys last year because someone asked me to demo it and I didn't have a clue. And I still don't know if I'm doing it properly, but it does what I want it to do.
This is the
Wags Y
Y cone. Yes.
And it makes lovely little ends.
I've seen it.
Have you seen it
demoed
used
a few
properly?
times? Yeah. No, I'm sure. I've looked at your cone and it looks like you're using it the
So
same as
I
everybody
just
else.
put it through and then you just wind it around.
Jenny's going to be so disappointed. She gets well excited about this tool, doesn't she?
Well, really, you think, well, what do you need that for? But you do, because it's so much easier than doing it around your pliers.
The inventor of this item watches the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 'cause
Well
I
done,
remember
you.
he contacted.
Fantastic.
I remember he contacted the show once while we were demoing it to say, "That's not. You don't do it like that."
Oh, let's probably be doing it now.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I think he was just surprised at Jenny's excitement.
Do you know what, though? Talking about that, if you see how to use something properly, but if you get the result you want, then it's correct. I always say that when I'm teaching
I
people.
agree.
You know, so it gives you a gorgeous little spiral to pop on your end. So obviously when you've done your last twist, you've got a little twist there and you might want to cover that up. So I just popped my little Wags Y cone coil on the end and then move that to the side, pop a single gemstone on.
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to let the audience know that we only have single figures of availability left now on the Mystique Jewel Kit. In fact, I'm going to tell you, less than 5.
Oh, crumbs.
We've got 3 kits left. So if you want to add the Mystique Jewellery Kit to your order, it is just $20.95 and it is a pretty impressive collection of gemstones and components for that price. I think we were saying that it should be closer to £50. I think 46. £46.60 is how much it would cost you to buy all of these items individually.
See, I can imagine paying the price that you're paying for the whole kit for just that strand of large gemstones. You know, if you were at a bead show.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think people
that says
know
a lot
that.
about the value you get from Jewellery Maker then.
That's why they go, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm just making a loop on the end, and on the other side I added my clasp first, so that really this is just made out of 2 pieces of wire and an agate.
This might be the quickest selling kit ever. We've only got one kit remaining now. The code is SBGC90. It's going to be a sellout this morning.
And then if you just shape your wire into a bangled shape.
Oh, I love that.
Now, the difference with the one here, if I just grab it,
of course,
was I just added some wire accent onto the stone. So you can do that if you want to. A little bit of detailing. On this one, because of the Druzzy. I wouldn't cover that up personally.
Definitely not.
Because I think that's beautiful. I didn't have that on this one.
That's a good example of the gemstone sort of dictating the design a little bit.
I think it does, and I think you might, come up with the design, and then say you were going to make the same thing again, and the gemstone's different. You do it differently. The way to do to add the detail is just to wrap the wire around. Freeform, and then just use your pliers to curl it and swirl it. So you've basically got a bangle that's made very sturdy, and it's made out of 2 pieces of wire and your gemstones. And if you didn't want to have that as a fastener, if you wanted to have it as a push over your hand one, you could as well.
Okay.
But then, so that's lovely because you've got your gemstones sitting.
Yeah, it's almost like a watch face, isn't it?
And
so
you can push the wire in so that it will sit at the front. That's the benefit of using wire over thread. But this kit,
absolutely
I can't.
It is in fact a sellout. It's a sellout. This kit has now sold out. The code is SBGC90, but I'm afraid no one else is going to be able to get hold of this kit. Very impressive. You know what it is? Everybody already knows they're coming in at 11 AM to get the metal stamping equipment, so they're just adding this kit to the order because it's such good value. We are now going to go over and have a look what you've created on the Wall of Fame. Welcome back to the Wall of Fame here on Jewellery Maker. Very exciting. We're going to go through quite a lot of Wall of Fames here. Well, it's a thing, so I'll let you kick us off.
Okay, I've got 306 here. I love the colours in this, it's beautiful. It says, hello JM, please find attached my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. It's peach moonstone and sunstone necklace, using both saucer-shaped beads and 8mm round sunstone beads, set with antique bronze spacer beads and magnetic clasps. All gemstones are from JM, of course, and I'm so pleased with the results. These stones are stunning and such good quality as always. I have JM to thank for me finding this craft in my life, and I haven't looked back. Thank you for all of your hard work in bringing these amazing stones to us at amazing prices. Much cheaper than the NEC show I went to in November. See, I told you.
You just said that.
And that's from Kelly from Birmingham. Kelly, I love the way you've put the antique findings with this colour. It gives it a real vintage feel. It's beautiful.
That's really sweet as well.
Good luck with that.
I feel like Kelly feels like she's got a new lease of life thanks
to
her hobby. That's really nice. Oh, I've got some more feature pieces here. This is a real example of the wire work you were just discussing. In fact, this has been sent in by Linda. It says, hello there. Please find attached this week's entry to the Wall of Fame. I got carried away with all the wire work inspiration you've shown, and I thought I would give it a try. I have used fuchsia striped agate slabs and grey agate wheels, all from JM, with a clasp from my stash. I used 0.4 and 0.8 wire, which is what we just had in that kit. And used the 0.8 to join the agate wheels, which I found very therapeutic. Hope you like it, as it's thoroughly enjoyed making it. Thanks for all the inspiration your channel provides. Well, Linda, you are number 311, and I am a little bit confused because are you saying that you hadn't had a lot of experience with wire work before the inspiration? It seems to me that if you were just giving it a go, you've got a lot of impressive designs ahead of us from Linda then. That is incredible.
I'd wear that.
You're number 311. Good luck, Linda.
I've got 307 here. Gorgeous design. Hi all at JM from a very sunny South Africa. I'm jealous.
Jealous now, yeah.
This is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. It's Garnet and Mystic quartz set that I made for my sister Jackie as part of her Christmas present. It was made with antique bronze findings, and it's from Sarah in sunny Cape Town. It's freezing here, Sarah. It's really cold.
The Wall of Fame's gone global, baby. Getting entries from Cape Town. I like it.
So that's 307. Good luck with that.
I should just say that because the kit has already sold out, we are now showing the early bird on screen, which was that gorgeous strand of garnet, which we slashed to $5.95. I've actually got a design that Debbie created for us. We're working hard this morning, aren't we? Beautiful garnet earrings. So if you want to add January's birthstone to your order for just £5.95, you can do so right now. The code is FIRU08. But I have another very impressive piece of wire work here, number 312. This has been sent in by Kathy, in Leeds. It says, good morning JM and all the lovely people there today. Here is my Wall of Fame entry for this week. My first make of the year, as I've been very busy. It's a ring I made using single line jasper and antique bronze copper wire, all from JM. Really hoping for a win, as I would like to buy some more wire. I have made 5 wire wrap pieces this week, and at this rate, I'll be out of wire in no time. Your wire is the best. I need more. Well, I've actually got a wire bundle coming up in the second half of the show, so don't panic. And congratulations to you, Kathy. That is a gorgeous design, your number 312.
I've got 308 here, lovely, very on-trend colours here. And this says, hi, here is my entry to this week's Wall of Fame. It's a necklace featuring my own polymer clay beads from JM with shell pearls, also from JM, and crystals from my stash. I hope you like it. Happy New Year to everyone. And that's Anna in Manchester. Anna, that's so clever.
So impressive.
And that colour is so in this season. Oh, I love that. That's 308, so good luck with that.
Really impressive. That just goes to show you that if you include other disciplines like your polymer or your metal stamping, you can elevate your designs to another level, make them truly bespoke. Here we have number 313. It's been sent in by Andrina. Oh, beautiful name. Here is my entry for this week. I used the white moonstone and silver wire with chain from a jewellery maker. The silver clay pendant has gemstones set and fired in the clay. Wow, very interesting. I like the new look programs in the day. It's really good to see a variety of different disciplines. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much, Andrina. That is a very impressive design. I'm so impressed that you've set your gemstones into silver. You are entry number 313.
I've got 309. I love this. This is gorgeous, right up my alley. And this says, hi all at JM. I have had these gemstone nuggets for so long and I didn't know what to create with them. I wanted to make something a little different. I don't usually use chips, but decided to give them a go. Citrine nuggets with bronze shell pearls and chain, all from JM. I quite like how this has turned out. I may even buy some more nuggets. And that's from Jackie Hogg in Sevenoaks. Jackie, I love that. I think it's really got a designer feel to it.
Yeah, well, that's the beauty of when you start to experiment with things you don't usually use. Yeah. You see happy accidents occur, don't they?
That is really, really beautiful, and you're number 309.
Okay, I've got number 314, another gorgeous set here. So we know that Amanda's going to be making a few sales this year. Hi guys, this is my entry to this week. I made this for myself a little while ago and wore them on New Year's Eve. My best friend loved them and has given me my first commission to make a set for her mum. Just saying,
that's how it starts.
It's going to snowball from here. Sterling silver filings and white pearls with silver spaces. I have now got the knotting tool, so I think I will use this in time. Good luck to everyone, but I really do need to win, as my bank account is not loving your deals. Do you know what? I get so much of this on Facebook, people saying, come on Ed, the deals are too good. Don't get that complaint very often, do you, in sales? Well done. You are number 314. Have one last look at Amanda's gorgeous set there. Look at that.
That's lovely.
Very classic design, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you are number 314. Good luck to you. We know you need the win.
I've got 310 here. This is a lovely wire-wrapped pendant. Hi all at JM, here is my 5th entry to the Wall of Fame. It's a moss agate and antique bronze wire pendant, all from JM of course. I really love working with wire and building my confidence with my techniques. That is very, very neat, it's lovely. I love moss agate and its rich earthy colours and tones, and the antique bronze wire works perfectly with it. I hope it's good enough for the wall. Good luck to everyone, and that's Marie in Manchester. That certainly is good enough for the wall. That's good enough for anywhere, that's gorgeous. So you are number 310, so good luck with that. That's absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely
well
beautiful. I have got the final Wall of Fame entry for the morning. This is number 315. This is really impressive, combining two of our disciplines we've just been discussing, wirework and macrame, together here to create beautiful bangle designs. This is my first Wall of Fame entry. I hope you like it. Emerald memory wire bracelet and wire macrame with magnesite. But I used the wrong thickness of wire, but I think it looks all right. All right? It's incredible.
That looks lovely.
All from JM, so keep up the good work. but I have bought a lot. That's from Karen in Devon. Well, you know what? It's paying off. You can't, I don't really see how it's the wrong gauge. If it works, like you said,
yeah, and if it
works, it's correct.
It's not, you know, and that's going to be really sturdy as well.
Absolutely beautiful. That is number 315. Right now, you can still add the early bird to your order. The code is FIRU08. January's birthstone garnet at a clearance price of $5.95. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be launching the metal stamping equipment. So do not go away. Very, very exciting. People have been dialing in all morning. You can have it just in a couple of minutes. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll see you in 2.
In a pile of emerald like this, you really have a wealth of different qualities here. Everything from the kind of quality of gemstones that we've faceted into gems ready for jewellery, right through to your cabochons, through to your really, really high quality beads, through to the strands which you might have seen on a Jewellery Maker before, and then some flat faceted pieces as well.
Tune into Jewellery Maker every day at 5 p.m. for our Miss It, Miss Out show, where we'll have 4 hours of jam-packed deals, including clearance offers, end of line, last in stock and low, low prices. The Miss It, Miss Out show, only on Jewellery Maker.
You can now watch clips from Jewellery Maker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Jewellery Maker ships to the following countries. We offer 2 delivery services, standard and premium. So wherever you are in the world, Jewellery Maker are never far away.
It is easy to donate to the charity cycle ride. Donate now by calling the contact centre or by clicking the donate option on our website. And thank you.
Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, we are happy to announce that our studio store is now open. If you attend any of our courses, you can now browse through special items, get exclusive discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Become an exclusive customer at the studio store. For more information on available courses and dates, please contact our call centre. The new studio store. The experience just got better. Join guest designer Sarah Elvin and get creating stunning designs in no time with this Kumahimo introductory DVD. The easy to follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and will guide you through a variety of techniques to get you started. To get your hands on a copy, simply contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
I'm so excited. Do you know what? This is how they bribed me into doing this show. Sales manager Scott, he is corroborating my story. He's saying that's how I bribed him. He said, would you like to present for 8 hours on Sunday? Not really. They were like, we're doing the metal stamping. I was like, I'm there. I did the launch the first time round. It's pretty exciting.
It was, yeah.
I always get excited when people get involved with jewellery making. I know that these essential items are going to fly out the door. Let's bring everybody what you need to get started. It's quite a simple array of tools, really. So we're going to start with the steel block. And as I say, don't panic. Doesn't matter how heavy your order is here at Jewellery Maker. 1 P&P per day of just $2.95. So this is your steel block. It is 4 inches square, and then it's ½ an inch in depth. I could show you it. Oh, we're going to see one anyway in a second. So there's Debbie's steel block. I imagine that's quite well used, is it?
I've got 2 of these at home.
You've got 2?
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, they're really important for not only metal stamping, but for texturing and work hardening your metal and your wire.
Your wire, as well, yeah. So GOZX07, your steel block, an essential item for all of your metal stamping needs. Here comes your price this morning, $7.95. That is incredible, really, because actually, do you know what? If you go to like the scrapyard and you weigh the metal, they give you a fortune for steel these days.
And also,
that's true.
That's heavy to send through the post as well, isn't it? And a lot of people go and wait. It will cost that
to
send it.
If you were buying this from somewhere else, and they were weighing the package they were sending to you, I wouldn't fancy that.
No.
But right here at Jewellery Maker, it doesn't matter how many items you add to your order, or the weight, just one P&P of $2.95. Anybody who's thinking of taking up this hobby, this is an essential item. It's available right now for $7.95. The code is GOZX07. We're going to move on now to the second essential item, your hammer. So in order to do your metal stamping, you need your hammer and block. This is... It's not like a normal hammer, is it?
No. Well, it's nice and easy to hold on the handle, and you've also got a nice long handle because it depends where you hold it and the sort of stress that you put on the metal. You've also got your flat end, which is really good for work hardening your metal or flattening, and also for stamping. And you've got your round end for texturing. Yeah. So it's useful for lots and lots of things, but it's essential for your metal stamping.
So, people are already flying in their fans. I knew this was going to be exciting. The code is WCZX31 for your chasing hammer. Let's get the price straight on screen so that everyone can add the essentials to their basket, and then we're just waiting for the metal stamps now. I have to warn you, the last time we launched the metal stamps, they sold out while we were doing the demonstration, didn't they? So it's going to be very exciting. If you haven't thought about using these before, this can be your opportunity. Your hammer and your block, both under £10 each. The block is $7.95, the hammer is just $6.95, and as Debbie rightly says, perfect for so many other things, whether it be texturing or hardening your wire, and other items of metal. You can add texture to your
designs. Add your texture to your designs, and also when you're working with metal, quite often if you're stamping or texturizing, it bends. So the good thing about this hammer is that you've got the flat side, so that when you've finished, you can flatten whatever you're using, so that you're going to have a nice flat shaped, for your finished piece of jewellery.
And if you get the thicker wire and you hammer it, it actually ends up being like
well, you can make a head pin even. You just cut off a bit of wire, bash the end, and put a bead on, so that it gives you this lovely sort of hammered wired effect on the bottom. So you can. I love my hammer.
So once again, your tools sort of opening up the
design.
creative scope.
Yeah.
WCZX31 available right now for $6.95. So those are your hammer and block, absolutely essential. On top of that, you're going to need your hole punch. This is your metal hole maker. Create 2 sizes of hole, 1.5mm and 2mm. So once you've created a gorgeous piece of jewellery, which we are about to see, you're going to need to create a little hole so that you're effectively creating a bail, so that you can set it into your jewellery as a pendant or a charm or what have you. The code is XCGX06. We are going to see exactly how to use this from Debbie just shortly. And here comes your price this morning for your third and final essential item, $8.95. How much do you love your hole punch, Deb?
I know we spoke about this last time, didn't we? I was saying last time how I was a bit of a Dremel snob, like, oh, I drill my holes. And then I got hold of this little thing and I couldn't believe how easy it is.
Dremel hasn't been out the drawer since you got hold of your hole punch, basically.
That's what you said. Don't get me wrong, it's good for my polishing and my sort of silversmith, but I don't always want to get my drill out and mess about with drill bits, when I'm just making a hole in something. And this is just fantastic because you've got your 2 mandrels on each side. It tells you how wide the hole is, so you know what's going to fit through. You're not fiddling about with drill bits. And it's easy, there's no mess.
Does it go through quite a decent thickness of metal?
Yeah, I've got it through, I'm trying to think how thick, I would say 1 mil I've got that through.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, most of your blanks, I mean, looking at that, without 0.5, I would have said that was or less without measuring. But it goes through every single blank that I've ever used it on with absolutely no trouble. And I use mine all the time, and it hasn't blunted. So yeah, I'm quite in love with this little tool.
Yeah, I knew that Debbie loved her punch from the last time we did the metal stamping. You can add it to your order right now for $8.95. The code is XCGX06. I can see how quickly these metal stamps are going to sell out because of how many people are investing in the whole maker. Congratulations to Cheryl, Rosie, Christine, Lorraine, Jill, Kathleen, another Lorraine, Joan, you're there, Magdalene, Susan, Lynn, Jennifer, Tanya, Diana, Linda, Sylvia, Denise, Andrea, Joanne, Jennifer. Hundreds of you flying in on the phone lines, and do you know what? Your P&P is dealt with now. Don't worry about anything else. That $2.95 is dealt with. You can add as many items as you want to that order for that one P&P per day. So many people now flying in on the phone lines. If you do come through to a short queue, don't panic. We still have a few of these to go through. We still have a few left in stock, and we do have a free phone number here at Jewellery Maker, and you will be answered in the order in which you dial, so don't panic about entering a short queue. It's around about, 60 seconds. That's all you're going to have to wait on the phone lines. But if you want to get hold of these essential items, that is what you have to do. The code is XCGX06. Seriously busy, and it's giving us a pretty impressive indication of how quickly the metal stamps are going to sell this morning. Last time we launched them, they sold out while we were doing the demonstration. So, we're going to leave the hole punch on screen right now, and we're going to bring the metal stamps to you just shortly. Okay, are we going to bring the first set before we do any demonstrations? Okay, we're just working through the queue on the phone line, so we can see how busy it's going to be this morning for these items. So we're just working out whether we should start the demo. I think the call centre are going to be okay. Okay, so we're going to bring you the first set of stamps, blanks. People are still flying through on the phone line for the metal punch. Shall we do the first section of the demo then, just so the call centre can catch up? We don't want to create a massive problem on the phone lines.
I think as well, you know, we talk about postage all the time here, which is good. But as someone who works with metal and often buys from metal suppliers, at the end when you check out, they work out your postage based on the weight of your parcel.
Oh, really? Okay.
So when I bought things like this, like these are heavy.
Oh yeah.
So if you were going to buy everything that you needed, these, your block, your hammer, if you bought all of these and then someone calculated your postage, you're talking about quite a lot. And I think sometimes people just take it for granted how cheap the postage is here.
Oh yeah.
But with something like this, if you are going to get it from anywhere, you want to get things like this from somewhere that's not going to charge you any more for postage because they're heavy.
So true.
And because I had to do that, I had to pay for it.
You felt the pain, Deb, that's what it is.
And you know, money's not easily come by. And, you know, if you've got to pay as much for postage as you could buy an extra tool, I think that's quite important. And also with these stamps, I wanted to say as well, I started off with the basic stamps, which are the stamps that we did last time. Yes. And then I worked my way up to these because these were so expensive.
Really?
Now, I've only got one set of these at home because these are like the Rolls Royce of your stamps because of the fonts and because of how lovely they are to use. And I know what I paid for mine. So
you're a bit bitter this morning.
I'm a little bit bitter and twisted this morning, but I'm quite glad that, you know, everyone's being able to get
going to allow more people to get involved with the hobby, isn't it? Yeah.
But these, as I say, are like the Rolls Royce of your stamps. So if you want a font that you're not going to see a lot of other jewellery makers have on, go for it.
So there you go. Another reason to get involved in this hobby.
I like these.
The beauty of it is, all in all, is that you can create bespoke designs because you can personalise what you're going to do.
So it's truly bespoke, and you know, even before I started working with this, I used to have to engrave or send my pieces off to be engraved.
Using your Dremel.
But using my Dremel, because so many people want names, dates, phrases on their jewellery, and this is a really simple way. You don't have to go on a course for 2 months to learn how to do it.
Dates of birth, anniversaries,
weddings, ages, 21st, 18th, special anniversaries.
We are going to bring the numbers to you later as well. So, are we going to launch these or are we going to crack on with the demo? Okay, we think the phone lines can probably handle it. We're going to offer you what has been described by our expert Debbie as the Rolls Royce of metal stamping art here. So these are your uppercase letters. You can see everything you get there. A to Z, you get your and sign, your star. Is that your dollar sign?
Yeah, no, you get like a little funky swirls, I call them.
Oh,
but they're lovely.
It's
a little bit of detail which you don't get on the other stamps. So you can add
impressive.
that, and that does make a difference. So you might want to put a little star on the bottom of a name, and then you truly are bespoking your your metal, and I think, you know, that's why I got mine like this, because of the font and because you get the little extras on there as well.
So they've got little flourishes on the front, have they? Oh, they've got they're sort of like
well, the other
Times New Roman or whatever it is.
Yeah, different fonts. And also the other stamps that we use, you had to look at it to see which way to put it down. This, it's actually on the side.
Oh, so you can see, you can
exactly
get it in place,
yeah.
you can still see what you're doing.
Takes out that kind of room for error, makes it a little easier.
Very, very useful. Okay, the code is WUBD86. Lots of excitement because a quarter of the stock has already been allocated. We haven't even brought the price on screen yet. Okay, we're going to have to bring the price on. There's so many of you flying in on the phone lines. As I say, the code is WUBD86. Actually, do you know what? Because we've got a lot of buyers coming through from America at the moment, and you get your $sign, this could be perfect for creating your price tags.
Yes, or you can personalise your jewellery. You know, if you do a tag on each individual bespoke piece of jewellery, like with your work name, or you could actually...
Your sort of branding.
Your branding, then you can use these for that. A lot of people use these for that, so that piece of jewellery can be identified.
Can I ask you a really cheeky question, Dan?
Yes.
When you got these, so we're going back a little...
Not that long ago.
Less than a year?
Yes.
How much did you pay for your stamps?
I can say, hand on heart, I paid £60 for one set.
So for one of these packets, you
from
paid
an online
£60.
supplier, and I had to pay quite a bit of postage because they were heavy.
Because they did it by weight.
I'm going now. I've had enough.
No, don't leave me. I want to see the demo.
It's not fair.
John's winding her up, aren't I? So
what are these going to be?
You're not going to pay £60 this morning. You're not going to pay £50 this morning. You're not even going to pay £40 this morning. $39.95. That's what we try to do here. We try to give you the most competitive prices on the market. The code is WUBD86 and they're available right now for $39.95. We are going to see a quick demonstration from Debbie then.
Does that mean I can open them?
You can open them. You can crack them open.
Okay, I'm useless at opening things. I get packet rage.
Do you know what I hate? Those plastic things that they fit round, you know, that are airtight around the edges.
Oh, and the tomato sauce things, you mean?
No, when you buy
I can't
like
open
a
the
toy.
tomato sauce.
Yeah,
oh no, toys! Don't even.
And they've got the moulded plastic around it.
Don't even go there with
Christmas
the toys.
Day was quite a challenge, and not just because I was here till 1 p.m.
Right, so you've got your block. You've got your blank or your piece of metal that you've chosen. Now I would use masking tape usually, but I wasn't sure if we were doing this today, so I didn't bring mine with me, but I'm going to improvise. So what I would usually do is take a bit of masking tape and actually secure my metal down with my masking tape, because masking tape peels off without leaving any residue.
Oh yeah, there's no mark.
And also acts as a ruler. But today I'm going to use a piece of paper.
Yes, I remember you saying that last time. It gives you a line to follow, yes.
So I'm actually going to use a bit of sellotape. I'm not sure how successful that will be, but just to give you the idea. Now, if you're doing a single word, your masking tape will act as your ruler. But also, you don't want it to look like a machine has done it, because you want it to look like it's been handmade.
Of course.
Let's see what I can find.
You should write.
What shall I write? Deb.
I was going to say Ed, so we were along the same lines. What about love?
Love. Okay.
That's quite a generic thing that people might like. How about Jewellery Maker? No, I'm joking, it's too long. Have you seen the sign of the blank?
Help!
Help! Let's write help.
I'm going to ignore you and write Deb. Okay. So,
I'm just sorry, I know you're about to start there. I was just going to say, well over half the stock has now been allocated on this particular item. Don't forget, you've got your 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you're umming and ahhing, my advice is to get involved, get them home, and make your decision once you see them in the flesh. So that's just my advice, because they're quickly selling out. In fact, I think around about 3/4 of the stock has now been allocated.
I'm not surprised. So as you can see on the other ones, they didn't have the letters stamped on the side.
Yes.
So that is... All you do is place it onto your blank where you want it to go, hold it firmly and give it a bash.
So easy.
There's my duh.
Yep.
Can you tell I've got little...
You can see how incredible it is.
Now on a
really
short
defined
word,
straight away.
I often will go in order. So if I was writing Debbie, I'll show you how I'd do it. So that's D-E. and B. Now, if I was doing a long word or a phrase on a larger piece, I would start with my middle letter. Because if you start at the beginning and you think your spacing is correct, and then you either end up where you haven't got enough room or you've got loads of room and it's all in the corner.
That's so clever.
Take a little bit of time to think about spacing. We have spoken about doing a DVD of this. I'm hoping that will come soon, and I'll talk more about that then. But we are actually just stamping. I mean, how quick was that? And I've got a personalised piece of jewellery.
Amazing.
Now, if you wanted to make that stand out a little bit more, you could use a permanent marker. If you haven't got any liver of sulphur or swelligan, you can use a permanent marker by just going over it with permanent marker and then dabbing or sanding the excess off with white spirit or sandpaper, and that gives the letters a little bit more zing. But I mean, this is really quite lovely on its own. We actually did
a clearance deal on swelligan last night.
Oh, did you?
I'm not even going to tell you the price we took it to because you're going to get angry.
I don't want to know.
It wasn't my choice. My producer took the iron swelligan last night to like £1.95, so he took £5 off the price. He gave you a clearance price. So everybody who got hold of the swelligan last night, this could be another use for it, your metal stamping. The code is WUBD86. It's got just a quarter of the stock remaining now. I'm going to hold this up now to the camera and show you exactly what you can create using your uppercase stamps. Look at that.
So you can see that that's a different font. If you get the lowercase as well, then you can use the capital D and you could use the little E and B, which gives it more kind of flow, if you like.
Yes.
I like to use the capitals and the little letters together. If you're writing a phrase, say you were going to write "believe in the magic of your dreams" or something, which I have written on
I was going to say, you had that on the tip of your tongue, didn't you?
You know, you write it as a sentence, so you'd begin with your capital letter, and that's when the spacing takes a little bit more thinking about. But you know, you've basically got a personalised tag there that you just need to make a hole in, and you could also use the round side of your hammer and just add some texture around the edge if you want.
Just add more sort of depth to the design, doesn't it?
It just, yeah, and it can also accent your, you can underline it if you want with your hammer, so that you end up with, again, something completely bespoke. So even somebody who you know, has the same letter stamps, it's different. And you know, I could add a little heart or a little swirl or a little whatever under there if I wanted to, because that's the beauty of these Impress Art stamps, that they have got a couple of little figures at the bottom.
Little details and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, we are down now. We have less than the quarter of the stock remaining now on the uppercase stamps. So we are now going to give you the opportunity to add the lowercase stamps to your order. Here they are. Once again, you do have a few little extras there. You've got A to Z, of course, but you've also got the little asterisks. You've got an exclamation mark. That could be quite useful in jewellery designs, couldn't it? And you've got a tick sign there. So maybe if you were trying to create something to congratulate somebody for maybe an academic achievement, something like that, that would work for those. The code is BDBD87. We know how popular it's going to be because hundreds of the uppercase just flew out the door. We are going to match the price on the lowercase items. Here it comes for you, just $39.95, not the £60 that
I knew you were
those fools out there would pay. Oh no. How to win friends and influence people. Take the mickey out of them. So $39.95 for your lowercase stamps, A to Z, and you also get the question mark. I didn't spot that before. And I was just, when you were saying about writing a sentence, I was looking on here, the uppercase, for a comma.
Ah.
It comes as part of the lowercase collection. Yeah. BD87, half the stock's already been allocated now. People flying in on the phones. I told you it was going to be an exciting day here at Jewellery Maker. I knew how popular this particular discipline was, because when we launched it last time, it was equally as popular, wasn't it?
Yep.
People literally flying in on the phone lines now to add this to their order. $39.95. As I say, I think we've got around about 30 of the uppercase left in stock.
Oh, crumbs, okay.
It's gonna sell out today. The lowercase is flying out the door with equal urgency. So if you want to get involved, dial that free phone number or click to buy now on jewellerymaker.com. Don't forget, you do have your 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can get them home, see them for yourself. You can sort of examine the quality. You're not going to be disappointed when you get these home, are you, Deb?
You're not, because you can just tell as soon as you get them out of the box that they are the next stage up from your basic stamps.
Right.
And I think as well, when you're into writing, like if you're doing your kind of steampunky designs,
yes,
and the designs where you are writing, and I've also used these on polymer clay. So you can use these on polymer clay. You don't have to use the hammer with that.
Yeah.
You just gently press them into the clay before you bake it.
Okay, actually, sorry to interrupt, that's something I was going to ask you. If you use silver clay,
Yes.
can you metal stamp that?
When it's fired, yeah.
Well,
And
after it's
I would
fired,
have
yeah.
thought that you could press it in before as well. Same as
That's
the
a
polymer,
good
and then
idea.
just
So
fire
then you
it.
could fire it with the message already on it.
I think I would do it before, and it works the same as silver. When it's fired, you could then add a patina, liver of sulphur, or put it in with a boiled egg, you know, to add some patina to it.
The reason that I asked that actually is because I saw a really impressive design the other day, silver clay, where somebody had created dog tags. You know, they're really on trend, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So with these, you could literally, you know, do the sort of.
I made the dog tags for my friend's husband who came to spend New Year with us, and I literally got my stamps and I put his 4 children on the dog tag of his name. But the good thing as well, if you go to a jeweller's, you know, it costs you quite a bit more to have things personalised. And you can put nicknames, you know, and it's lovely to
I see what you're saying. When you're asking somebody else to do it, it might seem a little bit like strange to be asking for certain things. But when you can do it yourself, you can make it truly personalised.
And you can put it on the back so that it's just personal to someone, so that you've got detail on the front. That, you know, I just think that when you're personalising, putting names, and it just takes your jewellery to the next level.
I totally agree. I think anything bespoke elevates your design to another level.
And I love that personal touch. I'm always going on about loving jewellery that tells a story.
Yes.
But this really gives a personal touch. And sometimes, you know, a phrase, if someone's lost someone, you can write a phrase on there that reminds them. It brings all that sentimentality into your jewellery and all of the thought.
I was saying, you know, when we launched the Garnet, how people are more likely to buy a piece of birthstone jewellery because they have that personal association. But this is truly personal because you can make it literally for the person.
Well, teachers' presents. It doesn't just have to be jewellery. I made bookmarks with the teacher's name on. On a little tag. I mean, how cool is that? Better than the box of little chocolates they usually get.
The 18 bottles of bubble bath.
Yeah. You know, so that's lovely. You can even personalise it with their name. You know, Mrs. or Mr. whatever. So there's loads you can do. Once you get them,
that's
you think
a funny
of
name,
Mr. Whatever.
He's a good teacher.
Mr. Whatever. He's a good teacher though.
I hear good things. Okay, these are now flying out the door. Just a quarter of the stock remaining now on your lowercase stamps. Congratulations to everyone getting involved on the phone lines and of course on the web. So well done to everyone out there who is basically elevating their designs to another level by incorporating the metal stamping discipline into their designs via their uppercase and lowercase stamps. As I say, a quarter of the stock remaining now on the lowercase at just $39.95. We know firsthand that you can pay a lot more than that elsewhere, and doesn't affect your P&P here at Jewellery Maker, the fact that these are heavy, basically boxes of metal. Still only going to pay 1 P&P per day of $2.95, and we're now going to bring you the numbers. Now, I'm not going to say the silly thing I said last time. This time, you get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which also acts as a 9, 7 and 8. Last time, I was like, where's the 9? That's, you know, how bright I am first thing in the morning. So you have got 0 to 9, which allows you to create all of the other numbers. I know that.
Well, yeah, you can do dates, you can do birthdays 18 to 21, you can do anniversaries. There's one thing I would say, if you can afford to get all of them, get all of them. Yeah. If you can't, fair enough, you know, start off with 1. But with me, I got 1, and then I found that was really limiting because then I wanted to do anniversary dates, and I was being asked for anniversary dates. I was being asked for ages, and so I had to quickly.
Had the letters.
Yeah, and I only had the letters, so then I had to go and get the numbers. So I would say definitely get the numbers in there as well if you can.
That's interesting actually, because obviously you thought, well, I'll stick to this, I'll get this, see how it works and that. But as second you got hold of them, you're like, no, I need the numbers. I want to do that.
People start asking you for things that maybe you didn't think of when you thought it was a good idea. And if you are going to go for one of the the letters, if you're only going to get one, I'd go for the uppercase.
Yes.
Because you can write a whole sentence in uppercase. You can write a whole sentence in lowercase.
Looks a bit odd when you've only got lowercase.
Lowercase.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to get all of them together, I would say get the uppercase and the numbers, because you are going to want, and then you'll end up paying more postage and packing. So if you can afford it, I think that was my mistake. That was not other mistake.
Apart from paying well over the odds because you didn't get them in Jewellery Maker, you also failed to get the numbers.
I know, duh.
That's why we've got you on here as our expert.
I don't actually know what I'm talking about.
The code is DNBD76. Let's have a look at the price for the number stamps then. $13.45. I'm not going to ask Debbie how much she paid for her numbers because I'm sure I'll just...
I can't remember.
I'll just irritate her, but she seems to be fairly irritated by our pricing already. The numbers are available right now for $13.45, so that makes that a little bit more accessible. How about if you just started out, and you know you were saying these are sort of the Rolls Royce, they're a little bit elevated from the basics. Do you have to have the basics to get involved with these? No. Would you go straight to the...
Well, these weren't widely available when I started. They were the ones that we brought to you before, which are perfectly adequate. But I think once you start stamping, you want to have different fonts because you want to offer people different alternatives. Of course, so that's when you have more than one. You think, you know what, I want a lowercase, I want a font that can offer me a different style. If you get this, you're never going to have to buy them again. That's the great thing, because they are substantial tools, they are metal tools. So it's not like, you know, in a year they're going to wear out and you've got to get them again. You've got them for life.
That's it. It's not like they need replacing.
I mean, just because I've got these doesn't mean that I don't use my other ones. I do. But I think when you start stamping, you want more options to offer people. So
you don't want to feel limited in any way.
No, not at all. But if, you know, I wouldn't say you need to start with the other ones at all, because you have, in a way, these are easier because you've got it on the side. It shows you which way to do it.
Okay, let's have a look at them then, because we're not getting a good idea of what we're getting there. That's a good picture actually you just showed, I have to say. No, I'm going to have
rage.
Packet frustration, I'm saying.
They're good size numbers as well, that you can really see these.
There you go. Let's have a look exactly. Oh, they're telling me I have to have a go at the stamp.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, should I stick it down? Should we do a different stamp? You're going to put an age under there?
I'm going to put the age on it for
21, because that's my age.
Look!
I love
you ruined my joke. I'd already got it out though, just so
give
you
it
know.
Yeah.
Oh, you're actually 22 because
22.
I moved the stamp and.
I'm 22. I couldn't.
Or you can be 221.
You can. You really want to give it one.
Okay. Shall I have another go? Just like we'll ignore the fact.
I don't want to be 222.
You're going to be 221.
Okay,
so there you go.
Right.
Nothing to moan about now. Right, one good whack will do it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's more.
Yeah.
It's not on the line though. I'm rubbish. Can I have another blank?
Yes.
Thank
we'll
you.
Let you. But also, in your defence, I haven't got masking tape on here. This is sellotape.
Yes, that's what it's because of.
And I tell you what you want to do when you're holding it.
Show me again then.
Press it down. So don't just kind of loosely hold it.
Okay.
Press it down and give it a whack.
All right then. This time we're gonna do. Yeah. See.
So you can see where the letter is because it's facing you. So that's. Okay, hold it down and give it a whack. Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, that's more like it. Okay, I'm carrying on with this now. This is fun. I like this. We're going to carry on.
It is fun. Yeah.
Keep going.
Writing. Don't trust him.
It's all right. This is cool.
See,
I
it's
like
easy.
this.
It's not difficult.
Very easy. Very easy.
You just need to get the feel of it.
Now I need. Where's the 8 gone? Oh, it's quite easy. They're all written on them. I see. I'll just tell it's going to be here.
So you always want the letter facing you or the number facing you.
Oh no, that's 3. Where's my 8? Oh, is it going to be here? It is here. Silly head. There we go.
270684, 27th of the 6th, 84. Is that your birthday?
Big Dog's birthday.
You didn't put a dot.
Oh yeah. I should have put a little dot from there.
What else have we got on here that you can...
Okay, let's have a look. Yes, it's very impressive metal stamping work. Move over.
See, and he's
I'll
never
go
done
in the
that before.
expert stage now. No, I'm joking. Come back, Debbie, please. There you go. I've never done it before.
Look at that.
It's my date of birth. So you can all work out when my birthday is and send me lovely presents.
Okay.
DNBD76. The number set is literally flying out the door. You know what? I think that a lot of times with jewellery, anniversary dates are so important, aren't they? That's the kind of thing where if you're creating a piece of jewellery for somebody for a wedding anniversary.
Wedding.
Or for your wedding,
It's
yes.
like I was playing with these earlier when I know how to do a live demo, and I was just playing with the pearls and the gorgeous garnets that you gave me. Now, if you wanted to make that into bridesmaid's bracelet, you could take a beautiful blank, or you could source them out of metal, or make a polymer clay, or a metal clay indeed, and you could put your name on the front and the date on the back if you didn't want it to be obvious.
Lovely.
For the wedding, imagine giving that to the bride or the bridesmaid. They keep it
Gorgeous,
forever.
yeah. I'll tell you what, let's give everybody an opportunity to add the blanks to their order. How about that? So we're going to do the copper blanks, the ones that Deb and I have demonstrated on. See, Debbie demonstrated a lot better than I did. So here you go. You actually get a pack of 5 copper plated, copper square. So what's the base metal then? Oh, I see. So it's copper, and then they've copper plated it to give it the high-end sheen. Yeah, that's it. So my apologies. You can see how clever I am. I told you. Takes me a few hours to get going in the morning.
No, I wouldn't have known that.
So these are 20mm square, and you get 5 in the pack. We've obviously used 2 of them to do the demonstrations, expert demonstrations, if you don't mind me mentioning. But you do get 5 in total. These are your blanks. I think people are going to multi-buy these, especially when you see the price. There you go, that's everything you're going to get. Let's have a look at your price. I'm a little bit concerned about the phone lines.
What?
SGAZ30. People are going to be multi-buying those for sure.
It's not worth getting your sheet of copper out and sawing them out for that price. I would just buy them.
Oh, of course, because if you do a lot of this,
Putting
you
me
probably
out the
buy
job.
sheet metal. Oh, my word,
sheet metal. You can't buy the sheet metal and saw it out for that price. And also, then you'd have to high shine it with your Dremel. Then you'd have to put the sheen on it. What's nice about these, which I haven't seen on copper blanks before, is the high shine.
Yeah, so that's the nature of the copper plating on top of that
that's really
copper
nice.
base.
That's unusual. I've not seen that before.
So you get 5 in total. Everybody is multi-buying these particular items. Well done to Pat. You've got 5 of these. Mary, you've got 2. Christine's got 2. Nicola's got 3. Barbara's got 2. These could easily be a sellout just based on how many people got on the phone lines multi-buying. Well done to Jean, you've got 3. Susan, you've got 5. An anonymous buyer in London, you've got 5. An anonymous buyer in Staffordshire, you've got 2. Everybody multi-buying these items. Make sure you stock up while we have them in stock at just $2.95. The price point is ridiculous. Like Debbie says, the high-end finish combined with the fact that all the work's done for you.
Well, it's going to add value if you're selling, or if you're giving as a gift, sentimental value, but actual money value if you're selling.
Yep.
And actually to your cost of making your piece, if you pay yourself for your time, which you should do,
Yep.
it's not going to, you don't have to pay yourself for a lot of extra time because it takes minutes, seconds, and you're not going to have to add a whole wad onto your original piece because they're pennies, what are they, 50 something p or whatever, to add that to your piece of jewellery. So you're actually adding value, but you're not taking from your profit, if you know what I mean.
Your profit margins, yeah, exactly. So but basically you've got to build in the time and the creativity it takes to create the pieces into the cost of the piece when you're selling it.
So it's not going to take you another half an hour to add these.
Cut the metal, to shine it with your Dremel.
That's what I mean. And then it's not cost effective because by the time you've paid yourself for your time, the piece is too expensive.
You've elevated the cost of the piece of jewellery to a point where somebody might not want to pay it because you're trying to build in the cost of your time, which
you should do. But with this, because it's only going to take minutes, you don't have to pay yourself a lot for your time, and the actual materials aren't expensive. And you have to think about that.
When you're running a small business, anything you can do to cut down on the time it takes you to create the piece is going to increase your profit margins.
And even though you love it, and you all start out going, but I love it, but then when it becomes a business, you do have to pay yourself for your time. And if you're going to do techniques that take hours and hours and hours,
You might love it, but it's still a labour of love.
And we all still do that.
Yep.
But I think with this, you are adding something special, but it's not going to cost you more in your time and in your outlay, which is quite good.
I think most people are agreeing with you because over 3/4 of the stock has already been allocated on your copper-plated copper squares. These are your stamping blanks, and literally every single name I can see up there is multi-buying. So well done to Rena in Yorkshire, just got 2. Anne, who just got 3. An anonymous buyer on the Isle of Lewis who just bought 5 of these. Well done to Jean in the West Midlands, you got 3. I have got less than 20 of this item available in stock now. The code is SGAZ30. Based on the number of people multi-buying, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a sellout with the next 2 or 3 buyers. So well done to everybody who has added the copper stamp blanks to their order. Easy for me to say. But we're not staying there. We've got some very impressive blanks. I have to warn everybody. I saw these this morning. I even put them on Facebook. I put the picture of these on Facebook just to let everybody have a quick heads up. If you do want to follow me on Facebook, it's Ed Presenter, and I'll give you all the heads up for what's going on in the shows that I present. I have to say I was a bit disappointed, to be honest, when I saw these.
Why?
Because of the quantity available.
Oh.
I've got less than 50 of the butterfly blanks available.
These are a little bit special, aren't
We just sold about 200 or 300 of the copper blanks in seconds with people multi-buying. Okay, we've got to bring the price straight on. They're going to be a sellout at £4.95.
How many did you get? 5?
You get 5, and these are silver flash copper, so it's genuine sterling silver flash on top of the copper base.
That's amazing.
But under £5.
Very, very good.
So once again, like you were saying earlier, you can effectively say this is, you know,
Silver
95 sterling silver plated when you're offering this piece of jewellery to your customers.
And people will ask you that, and I think, you know, if you say base metal, fair enough, some people don't want to pay the price tag of precious metal.
Yes.
But then if you've got it coated and sterling silver, and also if it's something that is precious to them, they don't want it to fade or tarnish, do they?
Definitely
they want to
not.
make sure it doesn't.
And on this, you've also got
like
that texturing,
really nice.
already done, which is actually going to add to the design, isn't it? Because once it's been stamped and you've got that little bit of texturing on the surface of it, it's going to sort of highlight the message or the date or whatever it is that you've stamped onto your piece. It looks like these are going to be a sellout to me. There's enough people on the lines already at just £4.95 for your butterfly shape. I knew those were going to be popular. That's why I was disappointed, because we haven't really got enough to go round of those. So my apologies if you miss out on those, but congratulations to everybody who is really expanding their stash of impressive jewellery making findings. Don't forget, got one of the most comprehensive kits of findings I've ever seen coming up, probably in about half an hour's time, so don't panic. We've got something for everyone this morning. Right now we're going to give you the opportunity to own the dragonfly stamps.
Lovely.
I find it's not just in handmade jewellery, also in fashion jewellery, high street jewellery, but particularly in handmade jewellery, butterflies and dragonflies seem to be so popular. They never go out of popularity. You
know what's good about this as well? If you've got quite a long piece of metal there, so if you wanted to write a long name or something, a phrase or something that was longer, then this is the ideal, because if you put a hole in the top and the bottom, you could have it sideways, you could put a hole in the wing, you can have it, you know, so again, you're completely in charge of how you want it to sit.
Very clever. You know, if you
see what I mean?
Exactly
so if you wanted to be able to read the word and you wanted to hang it like that, then you just use your little hole punch your word along the dragonfly's body, and then he can hang exactly as you want. Or if you wanted to turn him upwards and have the name going across, then you just put your hole in the top. So you are completely in control of how you want to make your jewellery, even more than you are usually.
This is the beauty
it's
of
the beauty.
They
haven't
like
even got holes in that tell you where you've got to hang it from. You decide that.
Yes. But they still inspire the overall look of the design, but it's all in your hands.
So I could take these and make something, and then we could give it to somebody else, Gemma, and we'd come back with a different, depending on what we wanted to write on it, because we can put the holes where you can put 2 holes in. You can put a hole there and a hole there and have it sitting in the middle.
Yes, in fact, you could put 2 holes there, couldn't you, on the top? Yeah, I see what you're saying,
So then have it completely in the middle, and I think often when you buy blanks with ready-made holes in, they're not where you want them to be.
We're gonna sell out before we get the price on street. What?
Again. That's That's madness.
I thought we were going to match the price. When you said match the price, I thought you meant the butterflies, not the copper plates. £2.95 for your dragonfly stamps. You do get 5 as part of this kit. Debbie's going to hit me in a minute. She wishes she was at home now, don't you? Don't pick up your hammer, Maxwell. RMAZ95. Your silver flash copper dragonflies available for £2.95. Sorry, those are a sellout. That's how quick you got to be here at Jewellery Maker, especially when we're launching items that are this impressive. Okay, we're going to leave the metal stamping for a second. It's been very impressive. We're going to do a little recap later in the show. Thank you so much for your demonstrations. Just remember who actually created that one. Don't want you taking credit for my metal stamping work. Okay, I'm going to go back to the middle. I'm going to launch a new product, in fact. Am I right? Oh, I'll have a great. I get in trouble now. Eating on screen. Put a grape in my mouth. Oh, we're going to do it now. Oh my word. It's 25 to 12. Time flies when you're having fun. And imagine how much fun everyone's going to be having when their metal stamping arrives. I am so impressed with this. I'm not going to open it up just yet. I'm going to show you everything you get first. This is your Matrix collection of findings. So impressive. Probably the most comprehensive collection of detailed findings I've ever seen, including 320 carats of mystic silver and gold colour coated hematite. These are your plain stars. They're in the centre there in that tube. They're 5.5mm in size. In fact, let me get that out. Sorry, I've got to show everybody that. So that's okay, so these are your hematite stars. They're 5.5mm. You get one of these impressive tubes of them. Silver, gold, and your mystic colour. So those are those purples and greens, those peacock tones there. Those are your hematite stars. But on top of that, you also get your detailed beads here in your silver finish, your gold, your gunmetal, and your rose gold. And actually what happens here is they create the bead, they then give it a sandblasted effect, which gives it those sort of stardust feel to them, and then hand carve those little sections out of each bead to form this level of detailing. And you don't just get one of those. Oh no, no, no. You get 2. Slightly different looks on them, so I think these are your faceted ones and these are your rounds, but you still have those carvings on every single bead that give it that level of detail and texture. I think it adds character to your designs. Do you know what I've just spotted in this? Ah, very useful. Ooh, let me get the lid off. Check these out. Something you can metal stamp. Little flower pendants. They already have the drill hole in them, so even if you haven't got hold of your hole punch, the work's already done. So you can actually stamp a little message on there, love or Deb. You get Deb on there. You get Ed on there quite easily. Yeah. Nobody's going to want to write Ed on a flower, are they? Let's face it. So you've got those little flowers. You've also got yes, I've got the lid. You've also got jump rings, shepherd hooks, and you've got your silver flash copper beads as well. You've got 4 different sizes here, and your lobster claw clasp. So essential findings here combined with, I think, spacer beads, but also accent beads. So if you've got a big showcase gemstone, maybe you got hold of those Druzzy earlier in the show, you can actually accent them using your copper beads because they're silver flash. You've still got the high-end finish to them. That's not all you're going to get. You also got another pack here which contain slightly more detailed findings. So you've got the rope effect toggle clasps. You've got sort of the 3D textured hearts. Can't pick these up. Let me get my tweezers just so you get an idea of what you're going to get here. Love these. These are going to add so much character. They add a little bit of romance to your design as well, don't they? Hearts. Valentine's coming up, quickly approaching. Hearts, very popular shape to use within your jewellery making designs. And also, you've got some cord ends here. I know how popular these are. Get requests non-stop on Facebook for these. There was one lady who contacted me, I think on New Year's Eve at 5 PM. Bearing in mind I was on New Year's Day, so she knew I had my jewellery making hat on. But she said, I'm not being funny here, but me and my mum have got 100 macrame bracelets ready, but we need the cord ends to finish them off to give them a professional finish. So I know how popular those items are. You also get huge length of chain, quite large links here. So again, you can make this a feature of your design. It doesn't have to just be a way of you know, threading or fastening a necklace. We saw earlier that Debbie had made a feature of the chain in one of her designs. You actually get 55 centimetres here, so over ½ a metre of chain in this particular collection. You've also got your bell end clasps. Perfect way to complete any design. TWAZ45 is the code. I should warn you, a quarter of the stock has already been allocated while I've been taking you through everything you get. Oh my word, half the stock. Sorry, I misheard. Okay, do you know what? I've shown you everything that you're going to get here. It's such an impressive array of findings. Deb, can I just borrow a bit of sellotape off you? Because I've dropped the plastic lid on the desk. I'm always getting in trouble. There it is. Here we are. Sorry, I'm slowing everybody down. Don't worry, as soon as the code's on screen, you can dial through. I learnt this from the floor managers. There we go. You see? Everybody's so clever around here. If you keep your eyes and ears open, you can learn a lot. So this is everything you're going to get. Don't forget, it all comes in this handy storage pot, and you're going to have that forever. So even once you've gone through all of these findings, which is going to take you probably until about the 27th of June. You have got well over 1,000, in fact 1,100 different findings as part of this kit. Very impressive array of detailed findings. Okay, we're going to have to bring the price on screen. Over half the stock's already been allocated. If you want to get involved, start dialing that free phone number right now. Let's get the price on screen. $39.95 for 1,100 findings. And look at the level of detailing on here. You do have essential items too. You've got your chain, you've got your shepherd hooks, you've got your bolt ring clasps, for example. But on top of that, you also have your flower-shaped blanks. I'm going to call them blanks because they're perfect for your metal stamping. You've also got your, I mean, look at these little detailed pieces here. We can have a look at them on the made-up jewellery. This has actually been created by Rosanna. Quite an eclectic piece here. So I think trying to give you an idea of how these findings work together within your designs. But if you can see here, one of the findings has been used actually as the attachment. It's actually got, the wire goes through one end, and then you've got the bail here. So that's a really interesting finding that we don't see every day here, and that's an interesting way to use it. We've also got your hematite stars. You've got those stardust rondelles with that carving in the centre to give it extra detailing. Absolutely incredible. I mean, look at this piece over here. Really has a sort of shooting star feel to it. Here, wire has become the feature, gizmoed wire, and then the stars just shooting off to give it a little bit of detail. So much going on with this particular findings kit. Sorry, I was just going to say, Producer Dion, how many have we now got remaining in stock? Because I can see how popular it's been. Okay, how many did we start with? Okay, wow. We started with a really decent, healthy amount of these. we've got less than 50 available now. The code is TWAZ45. I'm going to tell you, we started with around about 300 of these, and we've now got less than 50 in stock. We are very busy this morning here on Jewellery Maker, and don't forget to take advantage of your 1 P&P of just £2.95 a day. So if you did get involved with the metal stamping and you've already paid your P&P, I realise that we're looking at kind of a high outlay if you've got all of your metal stamp cutting, and then we're bringing you this incredible findings pack, but get them while you can. Got to speculate to accumulate. There's no excuse to not sell your jewellery in 2014. So here, even there's teenagers out there that are selling their jewellery. So $39.95 is the price for your Matrix collection, featuring 1,100 different detailed findings. We are going to move on, and we're going to show you some of the items that we've got still to launch in the final hour of the show. Check this out, a brand new strand of pearls coming up. Gorgeous peach cultured pearls here. I love the elegance you get from the almost champagne-like pearlescence, but you get a really feminine base tone here with those pastel shades of pink, that peach tone. This is coming up in the final hour of the show, which we're quickly approaching actually. We also have a brand new strand of bronzite. Now, this is perfect for all of you designers out there who, unlike me, don't like working with your feminine tones, but like to work with your earthy base tones. Bronzite. Very, very similar properties to that of tiger's eye, in fact. You get that slight level of chatoyancy on the surface of the gemstone, and look at the colour tones here. Beautiful earthy colours. This is a brand new product. I always think that when you have these sort of top drilled trapezoids, it has quite a tribal look to it, so it'd be quite easy to create beautiful designs using that. And another brand new strand to launch, pyrite eggs. Do you know what? I think the golden goose must have laid these eggs. Beautiful pyrite, fool's gold. Do you know what? Perfect for your Easter designs. These are coming up later in the show. In the final hour, we are going to launch these impressive pyrites and give you the opportunity to add these to your 1 P&P. We know how many of you out there have already got a posting package up and running thanks to the metal stamping and, of course, that impressive Matrix collection. Now, before we bring you our final kit of the morning, we are first of all going to give you, am I right in saying, you're going to give a little cheeky price on this? Okay, I'm pretty impressed because I remember bringing these to you. I think it might have been on Christmas Day. Am I right? Or am I totally wrong? Hold on a second. I can see plenty of Labrador essence coming off this. It's because of the studio lights. There you go. You see, my producer's getting worried there. She's like, "Where's the Labrador essence?" It's the studio lights, as ever, affecting our ability to display the optical property in what has been voted your favourite gemstone, a multi-award-winning gemstone here at Jewellery Maker because it retained its title. This was crowned your favourite gemstone of 2012 and 2013. I know why. It's because of those gorgeous Labrador essence which cascades across the surface of the gemstone, giving you those electric blue tones, those gorgeous lime greens, those golden hues coming through from your Labrador essence as well. The other reason I believe it's so popular is that it's perfect in masculine jewellery. So it gives you more creative scope. That's sort of been a bit of a theme of the show really, hasn't it? Because the more items you can include in different designs, the more opportunities they give you to create jewellery, the less limited you are by investing in items like this. Now you actually get 3 of these as part of this kit. Now, I should say, we haven't even discussed the fact that they are set into semi-precious metal. This is 925 sterling silver. Oops, my apologies. So you've got your lobster claw clasp and you've got this 3D heart attached to the piece as well. Now these are gorgeous charms, but to be honest, they could be used as pendants. We were saying earlier, weren't we, about, you know, having those dangles running from your pendant. Wow, look at that Labrador essence there, so impressive. Now you do get 3 of these in total. The code is EODL02. Here comes your price. Okay, so this is your current price on the website. That is not going to be your price this morning. We are going to give you a little cheeky price reduction and add it to your order price for gorgeous labradorite droplet charms. Huge pieces of labradorite as well here. Whoa, down to $7.95. We are literally trying to take the risk out of your shopping experience here. We're trying to give you a reduction on each and every item so that you don't even have to think about that P&P. When you're buying huge amounts of metal, and you can just add these to your order for the price of $7.95, do not hesitate. The code is EODL02. As I say, launched around about a month ago. We are very, very limited in availability now. If you want to make these yours, no. Really? Do you know why? I launched the first lot of these. I see. So I got myself all confused then. I thought it was the same item. This is brand new. It's because we did it at the same price originally. I thought you were giving a price slash for the last of stock. Instead, we have a few left to go around. So this is actually a launch price. These could well go up in price tomorrow morning at 9 AM. They could go back up to $9.95. Right now, you can get them today for $7.95 and add it to your order price. My apologies, sorry, I didn't mean to mislead anybody there, I just got confused. The code is EODL02, your brand new droplet charms featured in 925 sterling silver with these huge chunks of labradorite. Look at that Labrador essence, and as I say, we're really not doing it justice in the studio. When you get these home, you're going to see it in abundance. You've got your 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's absolutely no problem. If you want to add these to your order, get them home, experience that Labrador essence for yourself. If they don't do everything you want them to do, you can send them back, but I very much doubt anybody's going to be taking that option on an item as impressive as this. As I say, you don't get one for $7.95, you get all 3. I'll show you. I've got them all here. Ooh, love this. Check this out. Look at that. I was saying that you get those golden tones in your Labrador essence occasionally. Look at this one. Absolutely beautiful. As I say, you are going to get 3. We have created a short queue on the phone lines. Don't panic. It is a free phone number, and you do, of course, have the opportunity to be answered in the order in which you dial. So don't panic. Just stay where you are. Speak to a member of the help team. They will help you add those droplet charms to your order for just $7.95, a launch price this morning. And I'm sort of thinking they're going to be elevated to that $9.95 price tag tomorrow morning at 9 AM. So take advantage right now. The code is EODL02. We have created a queue on the phone line. People still coming through, but don't panic. There are still a few to go around, am I right? Over half the stock's been allocated, but that still leaves a healthy quantity. We've got less than 40 left, but that still gives you the opportunity to get involved, doesn't it? EODL02 is the code, $7.95 is the price. We're going to move on though, and we're going to go on to our third, and am I right in saying final kit of the morning? Oh, so that's good, Debs. You've done a live challenge demonstration, and you've already done 2 kits. You've made me a pair of earrings. See what I can get you to do in the final hour. We are now looking at your winter berries jewellery kit. Love these. So I was just saying earlier, some people like to work with girly gemstones, some people like to work with their pastel shades. Lots of people love to work with these earthy tones, and that's what you're getting in this kit. Love these gemstones. Let's have a look at these, because you've got your rhodochrosite, your rhodonite, sorry. Getting carried away now. You've got your rhodonite. The thing I love about this, it marries up with the thing I was saying about that little black dress kit, where you've got those 2-tone colours which are classic, but the bit of pink adds to the drama here. So you've got the base tone of that pastel pink, and then you've got this matrix of banding on the surface in your jet black. Your rhodonites are 10mm, plain rounds giving you 300 carats. You've also got 45 carats of your unikite. These are 4mm rounds, very, very useful, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. Maybe because you like to do kumihimo, maybe because you like to create beady bead designs, but there is another use for them, and I'm going to come to that in 1 second. Let me tell you about the third and final gemstone here. This is 120 carats of tourmaline. These are your 7mm plain rounds, and these are what really providing you with those earthy tones. Everything ranging from forest greens to ruby reds, and even your really dark black tones there as well. So those give you earthy tones. Tourmaline, of course, a gemstone which comes in more colour varieties than any other. But let me return to these 4mm unikite rounds. Now, unikite having a little bit of a renaissance here at Jewellery Maker at the moment, becoming more and more popular. And the 4mm rounds, as I say, very versatile, perfect for a number of different disciplines, one of which is soutache. Now, check out this huge cabochon you also get as part of this kit. This is your fuchsia stripe agate. This is a absolutely massive cabochon drop. It's 40 by 30mm, giving you 60 carats in that one gemstone. Now, the beauty of these huge agate cabochons is that once again they're doing exactly what we want a gemstone to do, providing us with a unique opportunity to create bespoke designs, because each and every one is going to possess a different type of banding on the surface. Each and every one is going to look different. So that is a beautiful array of gemstones, and I love the way you've got all the earthy tones here, and then you've got this bit of colour bang from your hot pink cabochon. So those are your gemstones. I'm going to put those down for 1 second while I let you know everything else you're going to get, because as usual here at Jewellery Maker, we're not just giving you your essentials. Here are your essential threading materials. 50 metres of your beading thread, and I think it's in the antique bronze colour. You've also got your 6 metres of clear elastic and your 80 metres of monofilament, but we've also thrown in your 0.6mm gauge of antique bronze copper wire. Very, very popular colour tone of wire here. In fact, I'll just turn it to the side so you can get an idea of the colour tone you get there. There you go, absolutely beautiful. Perfect for use with the beading thread, actually. 0.6mm gauge as well, so very versatile. Could probably get away with doing a little bit of structural work with it, mostly for detailing, of course, but actually I did learn a little trick where if you take 2 lengths of your 0.6 and bind them together, you've essentially got 1.2mm. So then you can do your structural work. So nothing limits us jewellery makers, does it? And as if that wasn't enough, we've also got 98 pieces of your antique bronze plated copper findings pack. I love this because there's a real theme running through this kit of these earthy vintage tones with that one big bit of pop from your fuchsia cabochon. Okay, in your findings pack you have got a metre of chain, your cord ends, your head pins, your eye pins, your shepherd hooks, your toggle clasp, your Henrietta clasp, and 98 different findings here. 98 pieces in total, I should say. If you were to buy all of these items separately, it would cost you well over £30. In fact, £31.20 to be precise. That's not the price you're going to pay this morning. The code you need is ZUGC93, your Winter Berries jewellery kit. Let's have a look at your price this morning. Catching flies. I was just looking at my producer. 19, what? No, because that's the price you told me it would be. She goes, but you know that's not the price. She's taking it even lower.
The $19.99?
Yeah. Look at Debbie's face. She's so annoyed that she's here this morning. She wants her metal stamping on. She wants all the kits. ZUGC93, your Winter Berries, and producer Dion going above and beyond this morning, being very generous. $17.95. 3 strands of gemstones and that huge cabochon. You got your essential threading materials, 98 pieces of your antique bronze plated copper findings, and 10 metres of your 0.6mm antique bronze copper wire. They're available right now for £17.95. This could be the second sellout kit of the morning here. People are flying in on the phone lines, taking advantage of their 1p&p per day. I'm going to go over and see what Debbie created. Debbie, were you excited when you got hold of this kit?
This is lovely because it's a real contrast to the other kits as well. And as you say, it's got that essence of kind of pink in, but it's not full in your face if you're not a pink person. So it made, and with the colour of the wire, it made quite a vintagey feel set, I thought, which I really like.
As soon as I saw the antique bronze wire, I was having visions of vintage jewellery.
It really gives you that, and as you said with the 0.6 rightly, if you twist it together, then you've got a thicker gauge piece of wire. So 0.6 is good like that because it will make.
See, I'm learning.
You are, I'm impressed.
No, I love the way that actually, obviously, like you say, you were taking it in a different direction because you had 3 different wreaths to fit, and you were thinking of sort of toning the colour tones down. I love the way you've actually made the hot pink cabochon a little bit more subtle by sort of framing it using the wire, haven't you? But obviously, if you were going to create a huge soutache design, you want to make a feature of it, you could in fact make it much more prominent, couldn't you?
Yes.
Got one here, in fact, if you see there. Different way of using cabochon. I know that's one of the reasons these cabochons have become so popular is because of the soutache designs, isn't it? And the beauty of this particular kit is that you get your 4mm rounds and your unikite, so for doing the framing, you've got everything you need. I know this is going to be popular with the soutache designers, especially at that price of £17.95. Over half the stock's already been allocated. Very impressive. Debbie didn't actually create this piece, that's just an example of the soutache design. So we'll move that. Sorry, is my cup in the way? Getting in trouble. I told you I'd get in trouble for my mug, didn't I? So you created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of jewellery. So that's less than £3 a piece of jewellery.
And I had loads of wire left. And also another way to make your wire a bit stronger is to hammer it. So that's where your hammer and block come in if you've got that.
People just added that to their order, haven't they?
So if you make a spiral with 0.6 or earrings, which I'm going to show you how to make, then you can hammer them to add that structure and that texture and to make the metal harder as well. The bracelet is just simply threading on the beads onto your beading thread, the other bracelet, and it's just making a knot.
I love it.
This one's just on head pins. Quite simple designs really to make with the bracelet, so don't take a long time. But because of the colours and the lovely gemstones go together so beautifully, it's quite effortless really, this kit.
I also think that they're all tied together by the antique bronze. That's the way I feel. I think it's giving it
it gives it a collection feel.
It does,
I mean,
doesn't it?
Sometimes if I get a kit, I try and do different styles within it. But with this, it just went so lovely together that it's a bit like a collection. It all matches.
Like the vintage collection.
The vintage collection.
You like that?
The vintage.
Anytime you need me for branding, always available. ZUGC93. Oh my word. Okay. Let me tell you something really exciting. This was supposed to be launched at £19.95. Producer Dion wanted to give you a little treat and make it as accessible as possible. Don't forget, our jewellery kits are the way to get started with the hobby. So she reduced it to £17.95. She said only half the stock's gone. What's going on? She's going to give you another reduction. The code is ZUGC93. She don't muck about,
She's
Dion.
on form today, Dion.
She is, isn't she? Giving us incredible prices. £15.95. You could probably pay that for the findings elsewhere.
You could probably charge that for the wire wrap pendant. You know, the cabochon.
Just the pendant.
And so you'd have all of the
You'd make
rest.
your money back. Everything else is just clear profit.
I mean, you could have made a ring with that cabochon. It is so versatile, as you said. You can do what you want with it depending on your skill. And what you like to use, you know, adding in, you're gonna make it go even further. But excuse me, it is a kit that complements each other so well that you don't have to do too much thinking.
Absolutely incredible. £15.95. Now, don't panic if you came in at the ridiculously competitive price of £17.95. Everyone will pay the same final low price now of just £15.95. Let's have a look at a demonstration from Debbie then. Which of these are you going to show us?
I was just going to show you some earrings.
I love these.
You know,
again, you've got the movement.
You've got the movement. You've got the hammering of the metal to add texture. If you wanted them to be thicker, you can twist them either by hand or with the twisty tool, so that's completely up to you. And again, you're only in essence using 5 gemstones, 1 head pin, an earring wire and a bit of copper wire.
Simple as that.
So you could make lots of different style earrings.
Actually,
to match.
earrings are a good way to actually get your business up and running, aren't they? Because you only really need to charge like £5 a pop, whatever.
And again, they don't take a long time, so for your time. And they're a great practice if you've just begun to make jewellery. They're a great practice for doing your loops.
Ah, okay, yes.
So once you can do your loops, you're up and running with most things. So earrings are a really, really good way to get you started with that. So I just put one of my larger gemstones in the middle of my wire, and then I'm just going to add 2 of the little antique gold beads that you get in with your findings kit with this, either side. Now I went to carry on and then I thought I actually really like this wire, so I want to show it, so I decided to use it as part of the design feature.
This is what I was talking about, when we were doing the matrix collection of findings, using the beads to actually accent the gemstone. That's exactly what you've done
because
here,
sometimes you need to accent the gemstones, and it makes them really stand out by adding a different colour.
And a different texture.
And it makes them look quite high-end when you're putting metal in, doesn't it?
Yeah, totally.
So you just want to take the wire the way it wants to go. Here again, you're completely in charge of how big you want your rings. So you could have some lovely big shoulder dusters, or you could make them smaller. As long as you make them exactly the same size, when you make the second one, you make it the same. So I've got one here, so I would just have a little play around until I felt that they were matching. Hold on to it with my finger and just wrap one wire around the other. So I know I'm not going to need that piece again for any embellishment, so I'm just going to cut it off, get rid of it. Now you can actually play with it until you feel.
And you don't have to have a uniform shape, you could have a
because they can look quite rustic.
Yeah.
Once I did that, I thought, you know what, I'm going to hammer it. So you never want to hammer anywhere near your gemstone because you'll shatter it.
Oh yeah.
So keep your gemstone off and just hammer in some texture, which adds some really nice texture to your design. But as I said before, sometimes doing this will make it go all bendy. So then you want to make it flat, so use the flat side of your hammer, and that's adding strength to your design and making it nice and flat. And then all that's left to do on this particular part is to add a loop at the top, and I'm going to add a wrap loop just because I don't want it to come away. And then you're just going to wrap it round a few times. Again, I don't like to be too neat with this because I want it to look a bit rustic.
Sort of adds to that vintage feel as well, doesn't it?
I think it does with these colours as well. It's kind of like a rustic feel. Trim that off. And then all I did to add into the centre was take a head pin, add a small and a large bead, and then towards the top, turn your pin at a right angle, about a centimetre.
I learned how to do this recently.
And do your little loops. See, the earrings are brilliant for practicing your loops. And then all you need to do is put those onto your earring wire. And it's all matching and all coordinating.
That's what I love about the kits. They literally have everything you need to create a matching set of jewellery.
A whole matching set. You know, you can have whatever you want in there, and your customers can ask you if you do make to sell, or your friends and family. They can tell you exactly what they want, which you can't do that in the high street, can you?
No.
Close it up, and then you've got, that one's done quickly, that one's neater.
Well, you know, you're on live TV trying to demo it, but everybody at home's got as much time as they want to take over their designs.
You've got, and if you wanted to make those a little bit stronger, you could twist the wire as long as it will go through your gemstones. But again, it's making that feature of the wire because it's such a lovely colour and it goes with the gemstones so beautifully. Why not use it and enjoy it?
Take advantage of all of the different components, don't you? Make a feature of them. Okay, I have to warn you, we've got single figures of availability left on this kit now. The code is ZUGC93. It's available right now at the clearance price, effectively, of $15.95. We're going to leave that one with you. We're going to go to a quick break. When we return, I'm going to be launching yet another brand new strand of pearls. Gorgeous peach cultured pearls. These are your potato pearls and they are coming up in just 2 minutes. So do not go away. We're going to go to a quick break. When we return, launching brand new pearls.
When placing your order by phone or on our website, why not add a small donation to a charitable cause? Collectively, the Genuine Gemstone Company are cycling 24 hours a day for 31 days, equaling the distance from our studios in Redditch, England to Arusha in Tanzania, all on an exercise bike situated in our Gemstone Museum. For every £20,000 we raise, the Colourful Life Foundation will be able to build a school in the Arusha district. So this is your chance to give back to a community that provides us with so many beautiful gemstones and hopefully help us break a Guinness World Record in the process. 100% of every donation goes to the cause, so call us or visit our website to add a donation to your order today.
Tune into Jewellery Maker every day at 5 p.m. for our Miss It, Miss Out show, where we'll have 4 hours of jam-packed deals, including clearance offers, end of line, last in stock and low, low prices. The Miss It, Miss Out show, only on Jewellery Maker.
You can now watch clips from Jewellery Maker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
When you place your first order with us, you will receive a free booklet and DVD full of handy hints, tips and tutorials to help you get started with your new Jewellery Maker hobby.
Welcome back to an extremely exciting morning here on Jewellery Maker. We have now launched the metal stamping equipment. I believe we've got really minimal quantities available. If you dial through to the help team, they'll help you add anything you want to your order. We have got around about, say, 20 of each of the sets of stamps left. You can always add the hammer and block to your order along with the hole punch as well. And here it is. And we've launched a collection of findings this morning as well. Did the Matrix collection findings, did those sell out? We've got around about the same quantity of the findings pack left as well. One of the most comprehensive collections of detailed findings I've ever seen. We brought that to you for $39.95. It nearly sold out. We've got a few left. And check this out. You can't quite stretch to adding 1,100 different pieces to your order this morning. How about this? More affordable, more maybe accessible findings kit here. These are your rose gold finish Matrix collection of detail beads. I know as part of this kit you get 49 pieces in total. So you have got your heart shaped, your pear drop, your marquise, 2 different versions of your puffy coin. In fact, you've got, I can see here, you've got 2 sizes of each. That's what you've got. So you've got your puffy coins, your heart, your pear drops, and which one? And your marquee shape. Sorry, you've got a large and a small of each. There we go. Rose gold, matte finish. The code is about to hit your screen. Oh, really? I know, but then I thought you said, actually, let's show everybody the Matrix collection. She was just teasing you. I misheard. Okay, instead, we're going to do what we said we were going to do, which was to launch the pearls. Now, earlier on this morning, we launched these beautiful silver coloured pearls to you. They were nearly a sellout, but we do still have some remaining. They're available at $6.95. They are 6 to 7 mil in size. And whilst you have very, very slight variations on the size of these pearls, in all honesty, they're pretty uniform across the strand. You could literally re-strand this and create a wearable or sellable piece of jewellery. The code is EBPO28, your silver cultured pearls, available right now for $6.95. It does say on your screen grey, and I suppose they would be if it weren't for this gorgeous pearlescence that gives it this beautiful sheen. I just don't think that grey cultured pearls sounds that romantic, does it? When you're talking about a classic mineral like pearls, so synonymous with, well, vintage and contemporary jewellery, you really want to be doing it justice. And to be honest, you know, I'm not stepping over the mark here. They really are silver pearls. The code is EBPO28. Beautiful cultured pearls, 6 to 7 mil in size, and those are available at £6.95. So if you want to add those to your order, you can. It is an add it to your order price, I would say. And right now, we're going to bring you the larger peach cultured pearls. Now these have slight irregularities on the surface of the pearl. They're 10 by 8 mil in size. They've got these organic rings on the pearls, which again adds texture to your designs, adds a bit of character, but also allows you to display to your customers that you have sourced the real deal, that these are genuine cultured pearls and not faux pearls. The code you need here is EHPO31. If you want to add these to your order, my advice, start dialing now. Pearls have to be one of the quickest selling strands here at Jewellery Maker. Here comes your price this morning. Another add it to your order price here on Jewellery Maker. £4.95. Let's say that you got involved with the metal stamping. So maybe you got the uppercase letters and the numbers. So you've already got your order up and running. You've already made your investment for the day. How about adding a bit of value to your order? I mean, we already know the incredible value because some people could pay over £20 more than you have. Just winding her up. But when you start to see essential stash items like genuine peach cultured pearls for just £4.95, you can see how you can A, make use of that 1p per day, and of course, add to that order. Get these essential items for just £4.95. It's an add it to your order price. Congratulations to Alison, Susan, Rosemary, Jane, Shelley, Suze, Vivian, Kathy, Maggie, Nesta, Karen, a massive array of anonymous buyers again. Don't tell anyone. I'm going to the kitchen to add something else to my Jewellery Maker order. Yeah, I'll have the pearls, please. And is that Karen? No, anonymous. Anonymous on the screen. I know your tricks. EHPO31. Over half the stock now been allocated and people are flying in on the phone lines. It looks like this could be yet another sellout this morning. We have got a decent quantity, to be fair. We've got, how many have we got? Oh, I'm going to just tell everyone. We started with 300 strands of peach cultured pearls. We've now got 103 strands remaining. So 2/3 of the stock has already been allocated. We've got just over 100 left. That is why so many people are multi-buying these beautiful pearls at £4.95. Well done to Rosemary. You are multi-buying. Well done to Denise, you're multi-buying. Well done to Margaret, you're multi-buying. So many of you flying in at just £4.95 for beautiful peach pearls. They're huge. They're 10 by 8 mil. Let's consider if these were perfect round, they would be a luxury pearl. These could have taken maybe 5, 6, 7 years to grow pearls this size. £4.95 is all you are going to pay this morning for genuine cultured pearls. We only have double figures remaining now on this particular strand. So if you want to get involved, if you want to add this to your order, dial now. Now, I'm going to have to be honest with you. When you dial through, you are going to enter a short queue because we've got about 100 people on the lines trying to add genuine pearls to their order for just £4.95. If you want to be involved, dial now. The queue is around about 2.5 minutes. Don't panic about that. It's a free phone number here at Jewellery Maker. Mary, you got 5 strands. Well done. Elsie, you've got 2 strands. Lots of people multi-buying here. I'm not surprised. That is a quality price for what you're getting. Literally, all you've got to do is re-strand these, add a silver clasp. You've got a sellable piece of jewellery. And if you have a look, the beautiful thing about working with something like pearls that are so readily available on the high street and some of those big designers, you can do your own comparisons. You go and have a look how much a pearl necklace will cost you. You've been talking 50, 60, even 3 figures for just cultured pearls. Even, a set of pearl earrings, how much can they set you back in the high street? Imagine how many sets of earrings you could create from this one strand. You can actually sell pearl earrings in sterling silver finings for less than £10. You're going to be offering incredible value, really competitive pricing, and look at how many pairs of earrings you could actually create using this strand. In fact, let's count. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 pairs of earrings. So even at £5 a piece, you'd make over £100 off one strand of pearls, which you purchased for less than £5. £4.95 is all you're going to pay this morning. EHPO31 is the code you need. Lots of people multi-buying now. Congratulations to John, you got 3 strands. Christine, you've got 2. Purnima, you've got 2. Elizabeth, in my home county of Ayrshire, well done, you've just got 4 strands, as has Janet in Surrey. Vidya, in Wiltshire, you've got 2. Patricia, in Yorkshire, you've got 2. Anne, in County Durham, you've got 2. Marlene, in Merseyside, you've got 4. Jennifer, you've got 2. Anne, you've got 2. Well done. There is a slight queue still on the phone lines, just over 2 minutes. Not surprised when we're doing deals like this, but if you want to add these to your order, act now to avoid disappointment. Oh, wow. Slight queue then. Okay, just around about 3 minutes. Just wait where you are, or of course, log on to JewelleryMaker.com. That's the most efficient way to buy from us. Okay, we're now going to give you yet more incredible value. A 10 strand super saver of gemstones here. This is going to be the best value of the morning on gemstones. Wow, gem heavy collection here. We're going to get the graphics straight on screen. We've got a lot to fit in, haven't we, in our closing 40 minutes. Let's have a look where I should start with lapis lazuli puffy coins. These are huge. They're going to make a real impact on your designs. You know, when the original fashion icon uses a jewellery, a particular gemstone, it's something to incorporate into your jewellery. Cleopatra herself used to actually grind up lapis lazuli and use it as eyeshadow. 270 carats of lapis lazuli puffy coins here, 14 mil in size. Then we have your orange agate ovals. I think these would be a gorgeous combination actually. Those royal blue tones with these vibrant tangerine colours. Orange agate, 14 by 10 mil, giving you 140 carats. We then have green adventurine, 5-pointed stars. So if you got hold of that matrix collection with those hematite stars, this could be a lovely combination. 65 carats in total. Those are 8 by 7 mil. Then got your picture jasper. And these are marquee shaped. They've got themselves all tangled up. There you go. Oh no. Get out of it, shaded green agate. Right, so here's your picture jasper in your marquee shapes. Perfect for creating petals, leaves, the wings of dragonflies, things like that. And you've got that gorgeous earthy tone there. Perfect for your spring collections. 50 carats in total, and the marquee shapes are 12 by 5 mil. Wow. Don't see this every day. Apatite in these gorgeous organic nuggets. They're huge though. They range in size from 10 by 4 to 18 by 5. 330 carats of gorgeous apatite there in your organic nuggets. We have got your puffy triangles of fancy jasper. These are 10 mil in size. These are trilliant cut. Love those. Again, you've got that vast array of earthy tones from your mustard golden tones to those forest greens. You've got your orange crackled quartz here. Imagine how much texture those are going to add to your orders. Almost like burning ambers in a fire, those are. 120 carats here, and the nuggets are 8 by 7 mil. Here's your green shaded agate. More of those lovely base tones. Mother Nature's base tone, if you like. 140 carats, and it's all about the banding on that particular strand. Those are 8 mil faceted round, so you get a little bit of sparkle as well. Wow. Red tiger's eye in your top drilled rounds. Literally got everything going for them, those particular strand of gemstones, because you've got that optical effect, that chatoyancy, that cat's eye-like effect. We don't see these in the rounds very often, but they're top drilled. It's very easy for creating sets, and as if that wasn't enough, genuine marquise red agate. These are 12 by 6 mil. Now a marquise shape, very traditional in jewellery, but it should be twice the length as it is diameter, and these fit the bill. They are 12 by 6 mil and give you 60 carats in total. Now if you were to buy all of these strands separately from our website, it would cost you around £50, £49, in fact £49, but that's not the price you're going to pay this morning. We are going to give you the best possible value on your gemstones, less than £3 a strand now at $29.95. This is for the collectors out there. This is for maybe people who have been looking at their stash recently and thinking, oh, I'm feeling a little bit uninspired. Why not add a huge 10 strand bonanza to your order, and then you're going to have a gorgeous gemstone for every possible scenario. 10 strands for $29.95. The code is UQGC43. We're actually going to go over now to the designer desk and being joined by a couple of the Sunday Experience ladies who have actually worked with this bundle. So I'm joined by Claire. I can see your... I can't see... Julia. Very nice to meet you, ladies. Are you having fun this morning? Yes. Yeah? Where have you come from, Claire?
North London.
So North London, not too far.
No.
Probably in just over an hour.
No,
an
hour and a half. 3.5 hours in North London.
3.5 hours? Well, I used to live in North London. I must have drove too quick. And where have you come from, Julia?
Rubery, just down the road.
Ah, Rubery, yeah. That's where I go to the cinema. So let's have a look at the designs you made. Were you feeling pretty creative when you got hold of the 10 strand bonanza?
When I saw the tiger's eye and the lapis lazuli, they're my favourites anyway.
They're your two favourites?
Yeah.
What do you love about tiger's eye then?
I just love the effect.
That's your toyancy.
Yeah,
it's incredible, isn't it?
The little flecks of pyrite in the lapis lazuli. Yeah.
So anything that has a little slightly different look when it moves in the light takes your fancy.
Yeah, definitely.
How about you, Julia? What took your fancy?
Well, I'm a pearl girl, so it was nice to work with something entirely different.
Are you a bit disappointed that you've missed out on the deal we just did? Did you see it? Oh, we won't go into that. Julia's as bitter as Debbie is that she missing out on the deals. So let's have a look at the designs then. So did you work with the wire and the green agate here? Is that what you were doing? Oh, I like the way you've used to feature the aventurine stars as the centre of the flowers. Absolutely beautiful. So you're working with the green and orange agate tones there.
Stars, yes.
The little stars, so those are the ones that you wanted to make a feature of?
Yes, tried to.
Absolutely incredible designs. I think they're beautiful. And you're working with the lapis lazuli and, of course, the tiger's eye and one design. Did you create this as well?
Yeah.
Wow, so that's the crackled agate and the apatite.
We were wondering what it was. We couldn't work out what it was because it's got
the nuggets, you mean?
Oh,
really? A little bit of a...
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you're right. I can see it.
We couldn't work out what it was, but now obviously
you
now
see that? Really impressive, actually, isn't it?
Nice, really nice.
Oh, that's incredible. Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, especially if it took you so long to get here from London. Whereabouts in London are you from?
Enfield.
Oh, okay. I used to live on Caledonian Road, so it's not too far away, really. Yeah, oh, okay. So you've come all this way, but you had fun. Has Hannah Osborne been behaving herself in there?
Well, I don't like to tell. What happens in the room stays in the room.
There you go then. That's the rules here on the Sunday Experience. You've been having fun, Julia?
Certainly have, yes.
Well, who brought the millionaire shortbread? Was that you? It's my favourite.
There is lemon drizzle cake in there as well.
It's my other favourite. I'm coming in at 1 PM. Half an hour. Go and get it ready for me. Okay, I'm going to go back to the desk. Thank you so much for joining us. Your designs are amazing, ladies. So thank you so much. Lovely to have you on the show. If you want to get involved with the Sunday Experience, don't hesitate to give us a call. You will be put on the list and somebody will contact you. Can't remember how it works. But right now we're going to give you a very impressive wire and gemstone deal. I love the way the gemstone colours match up with the wire colours here. Now what you could do is use maybe some of the more pastel shades of the gemstones with the more vibrant colour tones of wire, or you could match them up. So you could use your rose quartz with your pink wire, your aventurine with your green wire, and of course your candy pop colours with your blue wire. Here you are looking at 0.25mm gauge on each of your wires in your electric blue, your chartreuse and your hot pink. Then you've got your multicoloured crackled quartz cubes, those are 6mm. You've got your rose quartz cubes, which are also 6mm, and your green aventurine cubes, which are also 6mm. So each of the wires is usually £9.95 on its own. So just for the wire, it'd normally cost you around about £30. £29.85 in fact. Watch out, Riley, I'm coming for you, don't forget. But this morning we are going to give you a clearance deal on your Colour Splash bundle. 3 reels of your 0.25mm wire, plus 3 strands of gemstones. Let's have a look at your price. Whoa, £29.95. So you're basically getting 3 strands of your gemstone cubes for 10p. Is that right? I don't mean is my maths right, I know my maths is right. I mean, is it right that we are effectively devaluing gemstones in this way? Beautiful pastel shades of aventurine, gorgeous pastel feminine tone of rose quartz, as well as this little bit of colour splash here from your multicoloured crackled quartz with your hot pinks, your amethyst purples, your sky blues and your daffodil yellows, all on one strand, along with 3 reels of wire. Oh, I thought that was sales manager Scott telling us off, but it's actually my producer. It's my late show producer coming in. He is astounded at the price and he's saying, what's going on here? Miss it, miss out prices on the morning show. SNGC29, your Colour Splash bundle, 3 reels of wire, which would normally set you back £29.85, and 3 strands of gemstones, effectively for 10p. Pretty impressive. I can see some lovely ladies to our right who have also joined us as part of the experience morning. You've been working with this bundle, I believe. Oh, I've just ran out of shot. There you go. Look, I'll come over here. I know you don't want to miss on my handsome face. I know you want to stay on me for this long, Director Ryan, but you know, get with the programme. Sorry, I've got to give cameras a chance to move, apparently. Such a pro, Anna. So, good morning. Hello, Pippa, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Where have you come from this morning?
Only up the road, Birmingham.
Birmingham?
Yep.
So not long. And I recognise you were in a workshop this week. Was it yesterday you were on the workshop? So you were doing wire work with Laura Binding yesterday, and you've stayed for the experience. Are you excited when you got hold of these items?
Yeah, it was lovely.
Did you? Has Hannah been behaving herself?
She has, yes. Very well behaved.
Pippa, you look like you're going to tell the truth.
No, she's been absolutely brilliant. We've had a lovely, lovely morning. There has
You're
been
all
some
in
cake.
it together.
There
I know
has
it.
been some cake.
I did have a millionaire shortbread, and I'm going back for lemon drizzle cake.
And I made chocolate cake.
Now I've got to go back for chocolate cake as well. So you're working with these cubes and the wire.
That one, this one.
Ah, there they are. Yes, okay. So these are the rose quartz aventurine in one design here. Oh, I love the way. Is that the Lazy Daisy you've used there? Oh, the Viking. Sorry, because they're the wrong way around. It's very confusing for me. So this is your design, and you've used the Lazy Daisy to create that sort of link using the wire, and then you've finished it. I love the pastel shades of the gemstones against the colours of the wire.
They fit so nicely through even 1mm as well, those little cubes, so you haven't got to worry about not being able to get stuff through them.
Do you love doing wire work then? Is that your discipline of choice?
I'm trying a bit of everything at the moment because I'm still quite new, so but wire work is cool.
Did you see the metal stamping earlier? Is that something that you want to get involved in?
Stamping, yeah, I quite fancy having a go at that, yeah.
There are still a few in stock, so you might get. I would get back in there, get on the mobile. And these were your designs then? Sorry, you love the rose quartz bundle. I can hear where you've come from. The northeast.
Bit obvious.
Yes. Oh, so do you love working with girly gemstones? Just like me. So you were working with this bundle that we launched earlier this morning. Here we go. The gemstone of true love. I always think of it as a substitute for kunzite and morganite, but actually, pretty gorgeous. Do you love it?
Absolutely lush, my favourite.
Oh really? It's your favourite?
Yep.
There you go. And the price is now on screen. Your candy floss strand pack available right now for $9.95. You can see some of the gorgeous creations that the ladies have been getting up to in the experience room. Have you been having fun then?
Yeah.
Worth the journey?
Yeah. Can I say hello to my babies?
Of course, you can say hello to anybody you want.
Trinity and Grace, my babies. Morning. Or
How old are Trinity and
Trinity's
Grace?
9 and Grace is 6.
Ah, okay. I've got a 9-year-old in my house, except she's joined by a 2.5-year-old. A terror.
A rug rat.
Oh, rat's the word for Freddie. Have you got anybody that you'd like to say hello to this morning?
6-year-old twin boys.
Oh, really? So you've got twin boys. What are their names, sorry?
Marie and Dylan.
Murray and Dylan, say hello to you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Your jewellery designs are incredible. I'm so impressed. And I'm coming through for lemon drizzle cake, chocolate cake. I can't wait. In fact, I've got a coffee as well. I've got to go back to the middle, ladies. Got a lot to fit in the final 20 minutes, but thank you so much. Very impressive jewellery designs. Look at Debbie. She's literally shaking in her boots. We've got an array of guest designers next door. I'm only joking. Don't look like that, Debbie. I'm only messing around. You know that you're my favourite. We do the metal stamping together.
No.
I don't come in here at 7 AM for anyone else. We have got to get cracking. Where are we going on to? Is it this the rose quartz one? The rose gold? It's been taken away. Do you know what? Follow me. Follow me. I'm going off camera. Oh, they panic so much. It's so funny. I'm looking for these. Here it is. Don't worry about it. People love it when I walk around. Here we go. We're back. I'm back. I found them. So I promoted them earlier, and I think the floor manager thought that I'd actually sold them. But actually, we've just given you a little look at them. These are your rose gold flash, e-coated, copper brushed beads. So you've got that matte finish. You've got the 4 different shapes: your ovals, your heart, your marquise, and your teardrops. And you've got it in 2 different sizes. You've got the 10mm and you've got the 8mm on each. This is your matrix collection with your rose gold flash finish. The code is EOAZ54, a brand new item this morning. We've seen how everything has been flying out the door and selling out within seconds. This is going to be no exception. Let's get the price straight on screen. Under £10. Once again, the opportunity to add detailing to your designs by using these gorgeous matte finish rose gold findings available for under £10. We really are pushing the boundaries this morning of competitive pricing. EOAZ54 available right now for $9.95. I don't even know where else you could get hold of findings like this. Well done to Beryl, Lynn, Vivian, Shelley, Joan, Nicole, Margaret, Margarita, Mary, Maureen, all the M's together there. Jane, Joanne, Shelley, so many people getting involved. It's basically an added to your order price for what you're getting here, because you've got your rose gold flash coating. So that's a precious metal being coated onto your base metal of copper to give it that really high-end look. You've also got the texturing from that matte brushed finish. These are actually sort of on trend with some of the Italian designers, you know, the gold work that they include in their designs. Very, very high-end looks. Available right now for $9.95. You actually get 49 pieces in total, so you get a lot for your money there. It's basically 20p a bead. For rose gold flash copper, 20p a bead. Have a little look for yourself online. See if you can find this kind of value for what you're getting here anywhere else. The code is EOAZ54 and they're available right now for $9.95. Have to be honest with you, we've only got a quarter of the stock remaining now on these items. You can see how many people are taking advantage of their 1p&p and adding so many items to their order. We're going to leave that on with you. Well done to everyone on the phone line. If you are entering a short queue, don't panic. We're just really, really busy today here at Jewellery Maker. Add it to your order prices all morning long, as well as that exciting launch of the metal stamping. Now, right now, is it this coiled wire? Is it this coil of wire we've got here? Oh dear. messed it up already. Right then, let's have a look at what you're going to get here. Here we go. Okay, I'm getting in trouble. I didn't give all of the Sunday Experience people an equal opportunity to say their hellos, did I? So I've actually just received a message from Claire. She was on first time round, and she didn't get an opportunity to say good morning to her daughters, Jamie, Abby and Ellie, so I'll do it for her. Claire says hello, ladies, so we're very happy to say hello. There we go. My apologies. Right, but without further ado, we are going to give you the opportunity to add the rose gold sterling silver wire to your order. This has never been seen before. This is for your extremely high-end commissions. You get a meter of silver wire here, but it has actually been plated with rose gold. This is 0.6mm gauge. Is this the kind of item that you like to work with, Debbie? This is right up your street, isn't it?
Oh, it's lovely, and I love that rose gold effect. Really big at the minute. Lots of people are asking for rose gold.
I think there's two reasons why people like to use rose gold. I think one of which is it adds warmth to your designs, and the other one is that it adds femininity to your designs. So you get that little pink sheen, don't you, from the gold work. Never been seen before. Limited availability, I'm afraid. We haven't been able to source a great deal of this. The code is EQP061. A meter for $7.95, and I know what people are thinking, but what about the huge reels? That's copper wire. This is genuine silver wire, 925 sterling silver wire with rose gold plating, not flash. So this is literally high end on top of high end, an extremely limited edition item, and available right now for all of you high end designers, people who are maybe working on a slightly elevated level here, people who are getting their personal commissions coming through now. When you're sitting down with your clients and you're creating bespoke jewellery designs, you know, too brief, you know, when they're giving you almost a mission statement and saying, this is what I want you to make for me, this is the kind of finish you want to be able to offer. Rose gold plated sterling silver wire, a meter. A brand new launch at 0.6mm gauge, available right now for $7.95. Congratulations to everybody who's flying in on the phone line to add this to their order. We are going to leave that one with you. We've got a lot to fit in the last 15 minutes of the show, including this brand new strand of bronzite. Beautiful bronzite. Again, this is for all those designers who love to work with, you know, those earthier tones. So we just spoke to a designer there who, like me, loves to work with girly colours. But now, we've got the opportunity to add the earthy tones. I mean, this is one of those gemstones where someone like Debbie Bolford loves to work with earthy tones. You like your purples, don't you, Debbie?
Yeah.
You love this? This would work with purple tones, actually, wouldn't it?
That would, and also with wire. That's quite...
The rose gold wire?
Gorgeous.
Great idea. Never even thought of that, see? That's why it's good to have an expert next to you. So the rose gold wire, oh yeah, it definitely works. I actually think these sort of top drilled trapezoids have quite a tribalistic feel to them, which is quite on trend at the moment, isn't it? So you're getting 170 carats of bronzite here. We heard from designer there saying that she loved that sort of the chatoyancy you get on tiger's eye, very similar optical effect that you get with your bronzite. The code is JBGP01. Brand new launch of this strand of bronzite this morning, and here comes your price, $9.95. And imagine how much character these are going to add to your designs, because they're not that uniformed round or droplet shape. They do have those irregularities. Those trapezoid shapes are going to add a little bit of texture to your designs, really, aren't they? The code is JBGP01. Another add it to your order price, a genuine gemstone for under £10, just $9.95 this morning for 170 carats of bronzite. We're going to leave that one with you. We are going to move on. That's another brand new product launched. We're firing through them. Is it this silver findings pack? We're going to offer you an exclusive price reduction this morning. I tell you, don't let producer Liam see you doing this. The Miss It Miss Out producer is going to be very jealous when he finds out you're price slashing these items, I'll tell you. Right, is this the correct one, yeah? This is your 925 sterling silver matrix finding collection. So this contains 56 different pieces, including 4 bolt rings at 6mm, 4 of your fish lock clasps, 18 open jump rings, those are 5mm. You've got 2 toggle clasps, 6 earring findings, 20 of your silver round beads, those are 2.5mm, perfect for accenting a gemstone, or of course being used as a spacer bead. We have got your fine cross oval link chain, and you've even got your extension chain as well. So 2 lengths of chain in this particular order. You've got your fine links and your larger links in this particular item. 56 pieces all in all. This is all 925 sterling silver. If you were to buy this yesterday on our website, it would have been $21.95. That's not the price you're going to pay this morning. We are going to give you an exclusive price reduction this morning on Jewellery Maker. We're taking it down. The code is OETM10. And here it comes. And add it to your order price of $16.95. Producer Dion putting a crisp £5 note back in your pocket this morning. You know what that means. You've got £5 to invest in a strand of pearls, perhaps. Maybe another of the items we've actually added. The garnet was $5.95, wasn't it? January's birthstone was the first item we launched this morning. Available right now for $16.95 is your 925 sterling silver fancy finding kit. Well done to Beryl, Samantha, Brenda, Sylvia, and lots of anonymous buyers adding this to their order. Do you know what? Once again, gives you the opportunity to provide your customers with the high-end finish they deserve. That 925 sterling silver. And right now, if you've already got a P&P up and running, take advantage and add this to your order at the reduced price of $16.95. Tomorrow morning at 9 AM, it's going to return to the original price of $21.95 to take advantage while you can. Lots of you coming through on the phone lines now. If you do enter a short queue, do not panic. It's a free phone number here at Jewellery Maker, and of course, 1 P&P per day. You have got your 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you get this home, you don't fall in love with it, you can send it straight back, but it is 925 sterling silver. It is one of those essential items, and you also get this handy storage container as well. So even once you've worked your way through these 56 findings, you've got somewhere to store your replenishments of your stock, if you like. We're going to leave that one there at that price, and we're going to move on now to yet another launch this morning. We're going to bring you very exclusive strand of pyrite. These are huge. This is a very weighty variety of pyrite. 795 carats all in all. These pyrite eggs are 18 by 13 mil in size. Very, very weighty. I have to say, these have got a similar weight to the steel block, for goodness sake. Honestly, very gem heavy. People think that I'm just pulling their leg. Honestly, when you get these home, Deb, honestly, come over here, come and hold these. Just tell everybody how heavy they are.
Wow.
Weighty, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's genuine pyrite, aka fool's gold.
They'd be good for having one as like a pendant, so you could use those individually, couldn't you?
Oh, you know what? Oh, I've got one here. Tassel from one of those would look amazing.
Or even one as on a bracelet.
It'd be really comfortable bracelets, just re-strung, although it would be quite gem heavy, wouldn't it then?
Lovely.
Absolutely gorgeous. I think the intention is that they do have slight, they're broader at one end than the other, so the idea is that they can be used as eggs within designs. Maybe you want to create a really exclusive Easter design. In fact, you know what? Alison Howe was on the Designer Inspiration show yesterday, and she's going to be doing a workshop teaching people how to create dragon designs. Now, I know this sounds a bit silly, but a dragon egg would be golden.
Yeah.
It would have that magical feel. You know what I mean, though? If you're going to create an ornamental piece, you want every last detail to be adhered to, don't you? 795 carats here. The code is GEGP74. Once again, as I say, you don't need to panic about the weight of your order. Doesn't matter how heavy it is. It doesn't matter how many items you add to it. You're only ever going to pay $2.95. Half the stock's already been allocated on the pyrite eggs. Let's get the price on screen. $7.95 is all you're going to pay this morning. The code is GEGP74. $7.95. I have to tell you, for this carat weight, it is absolutely ridiculous. So somebody's actually just texted in. What's the name, sorry? Teresa. Sorry, there's a lot of talking going on there, so I couldn't hear you. Teresa has texted in to say that pyrite works perfectly in masculine designs, so more male jewellery. I was actually thinking, you know, I'd said that earlier about the labradorite. I think that's why one of the reasons it's so popular. So the pyrite, another perfect addition to your male designs, if that's the way you want to take your jewellery. Maybe in 2014 you made yourself a little promise that you're going to branch out into a different range of jewellery. This could be the perfect way to get started with your masculine collection. GEGP74, 795 carats of pyrite eggs available right now while stocks last for $7.95. We are now approaching limited availability on this particular strand. We have been so busy this morning offering you all incredible deals on many of these launch products. We're going to have to leave that one with you. We're going to move on. Yes. Okay, that's not here. I can see it though. Could you just pass us that matrix box, please, Cassie? So we brought you earlier on probably one of the most comprehensive collections of detailed finds. Thank you. And we're going to just recap that quickly now. We only have very limited numbers left, but they did feature your hematite stars in gold, silver, and the peacock tones. You also got your 2 packs of sterling silver findings. So that was actually, sorry, silver flash copper, my apologies. So there you go, you've got everything, all your essentials as well as all your little extras in there, including those floral, I'm going to call blanks. They'd be perfect for your metal stamping, and they're already pre-drilled holes as well. But you've also got your shepherd hooks in there, you've got a 55 centimetre length of chain, you've got your puffy hearts, absolutely massive array of gemstones, and as if that wasn't enough, you've also got your faceted and your rounds of your brass beads here. Are those the brass? Oh no, they're copper beads as well. So you've got your rondelles and your rounds. The beautiful thing about these is you've got that stardust finish, but then they've been hand carved to create even more detail, much higher level of detailing on those particular findings. All in all, you've got 1,100 different findings here. Huge amount of detail to add to your jewellery designs. The code is TWAZ45, and those are virtually a sellout at $39.95 this morning. People literally flying in to add this item to their order. We have got less than 50 available on this particular item, so if you want to get hold of these, dial right now. We're going to leave that one with you. That was just a quick recap of one of our most popular items. Ooh. I'll put it all away. Don't forget you get the handy box as well. Ooh. There we go. And now we're going to bring you the sterling silver wire. So once again, you're going to meter length. And again, this is your opportunity to add a really high-end professional finish to your designs. So to the meter of your sterling silver round wire. Actually, do you know what? This is almost like memory wire, isn't it? Yeah. You wouldn't have to do a great deal to create a design here. A ring design, perhaps. Just feed your gemstone on, cut it to the appropriate length. Not much work to be done. The code is BIP004. Let's have a look at our launch price this morning. This is your 1 mil sterling silver wire, so quite a hefty sterling silver weight here on a meter of your 1 mil wire. Available right now for $16.95. As I say, all the work's pretty much done here. It does have that springy effect. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can easily bend it into any shape you want. I'm not going to do that because it'll ruin it. BIP004 available right now for $16.95. A huge sterling silver metal weight there for just $16.95. I'm going to have to leave that one with you. The producer's complaining that we have to hand over to the Designer Inspiration show in 4 minutes. She's like, no, we want to stay on air. You might. Got the late show to do at 5 PM. Where are we going on to? Ah, these ones. Oh, no. I know, I saw those. Sorry. Getting all flustered. Got so much to fit in. So we actually offered you these earlier in the labradorite variety. These are your sterling silver charms with that heart detailing, all sterling silver, this time the national gemstone of Scotland. Beautiful smoky quartz, that gorgeous chocolate brown tone. I love these briolette cuts. Look at the standard of the faceting. It goes to show the quality of the gemstone, doesn't it? Again, you can see that the lapidary size just lit up when you got hold of gemstones of this quality to create that checkerboard faceting. All sterling silver. You haven't just got that heart, by the way, you've also got your lobster claw fastening here. So they really are finished pieces, Chav. Sorry, I'm just tutting my own tweezer work there. The code you need for this particular item is ZGDL24. And let's have a look at our price this morning. $10.95, but you do actually get 3 of these in total. Now, if I'm right in saying this, on the labradorite we gave everybody a cheeky launch price. Shall we match it for the smoky quartz charms? She has to do it now, I've said that. $7.95. Oh yes, get in. Thank you, producer Dion. She's giving us a little helping hand there. Mainly because I gave her no option. ZGDL24. And don't forget, you do get 3 in total. I'm not going to... I wonder if... I'm not going to attempt it. We haven't got enough time for me to start experimenting with my tweezers. You do get 3 in total. And they're available right now for $7.95. I'm going to leave that on with you. And I'm going to give you another deal. 0.25 mil. Silver coloured copper wire. And we saw how useful this particular wire is. Debbie did some demonstrations earlier using wire. Could you use the 0.25 in the same way we were talking about the 0.6, so you could twist it together and create a thicker gauge?
Well, you could take, if you used our wire twisting tool, you could put 4.
Ah, of course. So you could have as many as you wanted. So you could create 1 mil wire quite easily from this. But actually, the intention is to use your 0.25 mil for your detailing. Although, actually, we gave one of our experienced ladies 0.25 and she'd used the Lazy Daisy to create chain-like links. So it's a very, very versatile gauge. You're getting 100 meters here, and this is silver-plated copper wire, not just silver in color, but it's actually been plated. The code is AFJM33. Here comes your price this morning. Oh, sorry, I should say, here comes the price that it currently is available at this morning. We're about to give you a price for 100 meters of silver-plated copper wire. Your 0.25 mil gauge should be $9.95. Whoa, under £5, Debbie. Steam just started coming out of her ears. Really starting to take the mickey out of her now. This is one of those essential items she wants to get hold of. The code is AFJM33. 100 meters available right now for $4.95. Congratulations to everybody flying in on the phone lines. Well done to Brenda, Claudia, Eunice, Diana, June, Tina, Sue, Margaret, Joanne, and too many names to read out right now. AFJM33, an incredible deal at $4.95 for 100 meters of silver-plated copper wire. Don't forget, tomorrow at 9 AM, this is going to return to $9.95, which is already probably the most competitive price in the market. But right now, we're taking it to effectively a clearance price of $4.95. So if you want to add that to your order, you need to be dialing right now. All of you wire workers out there, in fact, if you know somebody who's into wire work and you know they're out for the day, dial up, get one for them. They're not going to be complain, are they, when you turn up at their door and say, you owe me a £5. AFJM33, 100 meters of silver-plated copper wire in your 0.25 mil gauge, available right now for $4.95. That is going to be our final offering of the morning, because we're now going to move on to the Designer Inspiration Show. It's being brought to you by Fee. And who's the designer this morning? Oh, it's Janet. She's in the corner. Sorry, Janet, I couldn't see you there. So Janet's going to be coming up with some designs. Thank you so much to Debbie.
You're welcome.
We've worked you quite hard.
Oh, it's fun.
But you had fun doing the metal stamping. Well, without further ado, I'm going to love you and leave you. Stay tuned for the Designer Inspiration. I'll be back at 5 PM with the Miss It, Miss Out show. Bye.
Join guest designer Sarah Elvin and get creating stunning designs in no time with this Kuma